Welcome. Welcome to the True Mouse Games YouTube channel, and welcome to another D&D one-shot. This is another one-shot that is part of our one race or one class group of one-shots. So far, we had a one-shot where everyone was playing dwarves, and we had a one-shot where everyone was playing bards last week that didn't end that great. And tonight, we have Size Matters Not, a one-shot where everyone is playing halflings. I am, of course, Alex, and I have the honor of being your dungeon master for the evening. And we will see if in this adventure size matters or size does not matter. We'll see if the name of the one-shot is a lie or is the truth, as halflings will be facing giants in tonight's one-shot. For we are playing in this small, peaceful village of RUSTFIELDS. The village has had a peaceful life, and the villagers are completely untrained in battle. There was very few monsters around, but recently a group of hill giants has come, well, from the hills and has started ravaging the countryside, destroying farms, eating crops, eating animals, eating a few farmers if they could catch them. And that's starting to become a major problem. Luckily, there is a group of unlikely heroes close by to the village of RUSTFIELDS and has answered the call set out by Mayor Harold of RUSTFIELD and has decided to do some giant hunting by themselves. So we have 4 characters today. They're all halflings. They are all level 5. And I will give them a chance to introduce themselves very presently. So this could be a short one-shot. It could be a little longer of a one-shot. Yeah, we'll see, depending on if the giants hit them or not, I guess, to see how many squashed halflings we have at the end of the evening or how many fallen giants we have tonight. So this is David versus Goliath times like 5 or so. For our halflings are way smaller than David, and our giants are a little taller than Goliath, I believe, as much as I know anyway. So as we are entering and jumping into this game, we are about a mile out from the village of RUSTFIELDS. It is an early afternoon in spring. The snow has melted. It is harvesting season. Sowing season. Sadly for the village of RUSTFIELDS, the giants are interfering with that a little bit, but hopefully that problem will be solved one way or the other soon enough. And our heroes are approaching the village. They can already see it in the distance. There is a few fields with no one working on the field, a few outlying cottages and farms. One of them seems to be completely destroyed off to the left. You can see several small wooden buildings just torn apart. There's several orchards surrounding the area. And there is also the village itself, surrounded by a wooden wall, about really just a thick fence. For a giant, probably only about like as high as their hip or so. For you as a halfling, it's way above your head, obviously. And no one is to be seen outside the village, so all the villagers must be cowering and hiding inside beyond the walls. You do see that the village wall has 2 shoddy-looking wooden towers, and there is movement in these towers, probably some sort of watchman standing there and looking out for trouble. And right now, on this sunny afternoon, spring afternoon, I will give our players a chance to introduce their characters. And we will be starting on my immediate left with Nick. So go ahead, Nick, introduce your character to us.
So Matilda Hopesinger is quite tall for a halfling. She's about 3.5 feet tall. And armored, very well armored, has a shield and a quarterstaff as well. That's her weapon of choice. She's riding alongside her companions on her dog that she summons with a spell. His name is Spot, even though he has no spots. She just likes the name. And is probably just singing some little song in one of her languages that she knows that isn't common, because nobody knows. Common songs are boring. She's singing something in Elvish.
Fair enough. And Matilda is the paladin of the group. What kind of paladin are you, Matilda?
Oath of Devotion.
Excellent. We'll see how devout you are in today's one-shot. Okay, and while I am going to get a pen, because I have none here, we'll be jumping over to Lionel, who will introduce his character to us. Please go ahead.
So my character is Lyle. He's normal size halfling, about 2.5 feet, 3 feet. He never measured because, numbers, nobody cares. It's not about how tall you are. It's about what you can do. He's a ranger. But carrying his 2 short sword on his back, and he's wearing a studded leather armor. And he's looking for stuff. He's always ready to hunt, always ready to do crazy stuff.
Yes, you will get the chance to do that tonight for sure. Hopefully not his last hunt, but we will see.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Go ahead, please.
Oh, sorry, I didn't yet. I'm playing a Perrin Thorngage, medium-sized halfling, so about 3 foot. He looks a bit like a soldier, like clad in studded leather armor, and has a rapier to his side, finely made. Really is really scarred across the face, and although you don't see it over the entire body, so he looks a bit grim, but he's still definitely young and has a big smile on his face.
All right, and Perrin Thorngage is a Pact of the Fiend, Pact of the Blade Warlock. And we'll see what he can do with this little stinger that he has. All right, and last but not least, we have Chris, who is playing a Clara Bolton tonight, our second ranger of the party, this time a Beastmaster Ranger. So go ahead, introduce Clara to us, please.
All right, Clara is a very small halfling. She's only about 2.5 feet tall, and she's about as tall as her pet, which is a giant weasel. And giant weasels get to be about 2 to 2.5 feet tall and around 6 feet long. So they're very gigantic. She is a ranger, and she has a little short bow that she keeps behind her back. And most of the time she has a big smile on her face, and she seems to sort of be trotting along with everyone else, trying to listen to what's going on all the time. Mostly just sort of absorbing what's around her and trying to seem very confident.
All right, and our halfling heroes have spent a little bit of time together, so they have known each other for a few weeks at least. They have fought some bandits, they have fought some wandering undead, they have fought some goblins and such. Small fry, really, so far. Nothing too challenging for them, because they are fairly experienced at level 5. So this is their great chance, their, well, giant opportunity, you could say, to make a mark and prove whether they are really as good as they think they are. Okay, I'll try to keep the puns to a minimum, but no promises. Okay, so you are approaching the village of Rustfields. As I have said, there is no farmers to be seen outside. The gates of the village wall are closed, but you do see, at least on one of the towers that stretches out like beyond the wall itself, above the wall itself, there is a single farmer, or a human man with a bushy black beard, dressed in what looks to be like a leather cloak, clutching a spear, and sort of looking into your direction, with a little confused look on his face. He's not really reacting as you're approaching the village, except for the fact that he's looking over to you. He's probably looking out for giants, and you're not quite fitting that description.
What are you talking about? So as we approach, I'll just shout out, "Good day!"
Good day. What do you want?
You're looking for giant killers?
Yes, we are. Do you know any?
We might try it. Sounds fun.
What do you
We need to
mean?
handle a few giants, right?
You? But you're halflings, aren't you?
Yeah, so we can sneak up behind them. They won't see us.
I'm very strong.
We're harder to hit.
Right. You know what? Let me get the mare. You want to come inside, right? I'll let the guys open the gate for you. I'll be just come closer. And he disappears, still super confused. See, he climbs down a little.
Great.
Did I say something wrong?
No. I think
that went very well.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah, we'll just have to, if they don't think we can do it, we'll just have to show them what we can do.
Never underestimate a halfling. We can do this.
A short while passes, and then the gate of the village, very simple gate, really, not particularly thick, not really any barrier for a giant, I'm afraid. Slowly swings open. You can see two men, two young, fairly nervous-looking fellas, both clutching spears, which are really just sharpened sticks, and opening the gate slowly. And they look around, and then
Down there!
Come in. Did you see any giants?
No, we didn't.
No.
They're hard to miss, so I don't think so.
Yeah, well,
I don't think if we stack each other on top of the... No, not giants.
No.
They close the door slowly behind you. You can see there's about 5 or 6 people, all humans, sitting around. 2 of them are carrying short bows. The other 3 have these sharpened stick spears, basically. Only one of them has what you would consider a proper weapon, which is like a woodsman's hatchet, a fairly large axe hanging on his back. But none of them looks particularly, battle proven, let's put it that way. And they all look at you confused and a little nervous. And one of them, a blonde guy with a tiny bit of beard and sort of dirtyish hair, says, did you say that you coming to kill the giants?
That is
killing.
Yeah?
Like, get rid of them, at least, you know.
Yeah, that is the plan.
But how are you supposed... Like...
Pull out my blade. Well, that can work.
He looks down.
Last time I played, it got well.
One of the farmers stands up. A fairly large, muscular fella, not particularly old, maybe he's sort of late, like 18, 19, with a square jaw, a small scar on the side of his face, and sort of reddish hair. And he looks down and he says, "You think you can take on giants? I bet you I could take away that blade and beat your ass with it."
Well, now.
Okay.
I don't think you want to try that.
I bet you can't.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean... They probably just came in here to steal our money and run off, thinking they could beat giants. I mean, you're not. He looks at the other farmers. You're like, you're not stupid enough.
We could have done that. We would have been more sneaky than coming through the front door and saying, "Hello, we're there."
Well, I'm not very sneaky. So
You just wanna lie to us, isn't that right?
Why would we want to do that? Like,
You want our money and then make off with it, don't you?
well, wouldn't we get the money after we dealt with the giants? So
But if you want to pay us now, we can leave.
sure, but no.
Well, you're not getting any of our money. One of the other farmers says, "No, Rob. Let's just keep civil, right? We at least that one looks well armed." And he points at Matilda. Well armed. She looks like a girl to me, like an 8-year-old girl. I mean, my sister's probably stronger than her.
there's more to power than size.
Really? Then why the fuck did we lose so badly against those giants?
You're not strong.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be an insult, little one.
I mean, it's not an insult if it's true.
Can I?
He's looking around. He's like, the 2 of his pals sort of stand up as well and sort of step up to him.
Alright, look,
While he's focused on Matilda, can I sneak around, just getting closer to him?
Sure, give me a stealth check with disadvantage, however, because there's very little
I
hiding
can
spots
see
at
that.
the moment. You're
now look, you guys are having trouble. We're offering to help. What's the problem?
Ooh,
I
stealth.
don't believe that you can help. That's the problem.
I finally have a great stealth. It's good. 14. So 9 plus 8, 17.
Okay, yeah, you disappear to the side, press yourself against one of the walls of the houses, and sneak up around and stand now behind those 3 guys. The two guys aren't looking like they're really out for a fight. Only this Rob guy, this red-haired,
I'm
looks a little more
focused on him. I'm focused on him.
Okay. Yeah, he just like looks around, and one of the others says, "Well, we'll let the mayor decide, right, Rob? We don't need to burn any bridges here. So, watch yourself." What do you mean, watch myself? You're siding with them? You gotta be kidding me!
If you want to test us, we
Take our
can
money.
have a bit of a match right here if you want.
Yeah, we can
Okay, I
definitely prove that we can do this.
take one of my sword out, sneak up behind his leg, and cut his belt.
Okay. Give me a attack. Actually, no, you're doing obvious. Just give me a straight up attack roll.
Oh, bad. But plus 8 again. 11.
Yeah, that's good enough. He's not wearing any armor, so you manage to sneak up and cut his belt, and his pants fall down. And he's just like, "What the?
Hello.
And, like, pulling my pants. You little shit!" Just, like struggling to pull his pants up. And his friends sort of take him by the shoulder and say, "No, calm down." And they just sort of start pushing him away a little, like, "We don't want more trouble than we already have, right? That little shit, he tried to attack me. You saw it.
I'm gonna look at him and say,
Yes, or something. I don't know what he was
Hey.
doing."
Hey. If I wanted to, you couldn't have any children anymore.
"You see,
Yes.
small people can harm bigger people if we want to. He chose not to."
Yeah, try the same thing with a giant, you little shit. He's sort of pushed off by 2 of his friends now. You can see there's an older fella with a black, finely trimmed beard and sort of short black hair with a long, like a quarterstaff, using it as a walking stick, basically, coming towards you now, followed by that other man who you've seen on the tower, the one who called out to you in the first place. And this new man, he has clothing that's a little finer than the one of the other farmers you've seen. Still not fine by any means. Like, this is not a rich merchant or something like that. But just the way that his clothes are sewn together, and they're not as used up, as damaged as the clothing of some of the other farmers. So you figure he must be someone important. And he steps up and stops about maybe 20 or so feet away from you and gives the young redhead a fairly stern glance and says, "Rob, are you causing trouble again?" "No, Dad. They started it. They did the little shit tack." "Quiet. Take him away." "I apologize for my son. He's a bit of a hothead. Has that from his mother, I guess.
Don't worry, it's troubling times. We can see why some people would be on the edge.
They are indeed. My name's Harold. I am the mayor of this little village here. Welcome to RUSTFIELDS. He looks at the guy behind him and says, "Martin here. He told me that you were coming to help us out in these troubled times."
That's right.
"Well, far be from me to doubt you, but are you sure you can take on giants?"
Well, we're going to find out, but I think we are quite capable.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold up my quarterstaff and do my sacred weapon, whatever, channel divinity, to make it glow, and say, I think we've got a few tricks.
That's only once per long rest. Are you sure you want to guess
Short
that?
rest. It's short rest.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Is it short?
Yeah, I'm almost certain.
Channel divinity. I'm pretty sure that's long rest.
Yeah, I think that's long rest.
I know at least for clerics it's short rest.
Nope, for clerics it's long rest as well.
No, it's not. I am certain of this.
Okay. Or maybe it is short rest. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Short or long rest, use channel divinity again.
Okay.
Hmm.
The mayor says, well, then have at it by all means. I know I promised a large sum of money for those who can help us. The whole village put everything together we have. We came up with 286 gold. I hope that's enough. That's really all we can afford, I'm afraid.
Listen, Mayor Harold, if you don't mind, I don't think it's really that big of a deal unless my companions have something else to say. I mean, these giants are a really big threat to everyone that's around here. And if we don't take care of them now, they're just going to go after our homes and everyone else's. So
Well,
we're
sure.
all on the same side.
Once they've eaten everything that they can find around here, they're just going to start rampaging around the rest of the countryside. So yeah, that's true enough. Now,
Yeah. And then with halfling that killed giant.
Which is, yeah, it's nice to say that we've killed some giants.
that would be a sight, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, we sent, well, a little small group of people. We had about 5 people here in the village who knew how to wield the weapon. We sent them out. I'm afraid only 2 of them came back. The blacksmith, Olaf, is still in the healer's hut. He's rough, but he's alive. And Marek the hunter, he's probably the man to talk to if you want to, if you're looking for information. He saw the giants close up, I believe, yesterday.
Okay. I turn back. I turn back again. Where can we find him?
Oh, I'll lead you to his hut. Please follow me. So we're fine. The money is that is sufficient, is it?
That is totally fine. At least
Yes, absolutely.
if no one says anything against it, that should be fine.
Thank you. I hope you don't mind if I don't pay you until the giants are dead, or at least driven off.
Of course. We wouldn't have any use of it beforehand anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Fair
As long
enough.
as yeah.
All right. Well, follow me, please. He leads you through the village towards the sort of western side of the village, and leads you to a long but fairly narrow hut. Most of the village houses are made of wood. A few are just made of mud, and there's like thatch roofs. And you can see there's a lot of people here, more than you would probably associate with the village. So you're guessing all those like people from the surrounding farms must have fled into the village. And you can hear a lot of like sheep and goats and like cows and such noise coming. There are noises coming from a lot of the sheds and the barns that are spread out through the village. So the people must have taken whatever they can carry basically into the village, basically creating a potential feast for a bunch of giants here in the village of RUSTFIELDS. However, the giants have not attacked yet, so must be something to it. And the mayor steps up to one of the buildings, and as you can see, there's many eyes watching you through windows and doorways, children and adults both, all looking very nervous, and a lot of them looking slightly confused. These seem to be very simple people. You only see a few weapons, a few short bows, a few spears, and a dagger or maybe a hatchet or a short sword here and there, nothing significant, and no one is wearing any type of armor. The mayor knocks on the door. Marek, are you in there? Someone came to take care of the giants. You can hear a voice saying, all right, it's about time. Give me a second. And then the door opens, and you can see a older fella, about in his maybe late 40s and early 50s, with a salt and pepper beard, very short cropped black and silver hair, and he's the only one that you've seen that actually wears like proper armor. He's like wearing a leather armor with a little bit of fur on the shoulders and a long woodsman's coat around his shoulders, falling back. And he's holding a very nasty looking sort of hunting knife that's nearly as long as a short sword in his hand. He stops and then looks down.
Hi.
Greetings.
Hello.
These are the people. These are brave halflings willing to take on the giants for us, and we've already talked about the money. So that's done. They came to you so you can give them information, what you know about the giants. All right. Well, why don't you come in? I guess.
Okay.
He looks a little disappointed, but tries to hide it. Not very successfully, however. Steps inside the building.
We'll change that.
And the mayor says, well, I'll leave you to Marek's care. You'll find me my house just across the road. He points at another slightly larger building just across the road, pretty much. If you need anything, that's where I'll be. Good luck. I really hope you can help us. And he moves away with the one guardsman at his shoulder. You enter the building, and you can see it is not very large. There's several furs on the walls, like both goat furs, but also there's like a couple of wolf furs and such, and on the ground as well. The ground is like dirt floor, and there's a fireplace, a small one, with a little bit of fire in there, and there seems to be some sort of stew bubbling away. It smells actually quite nice. And you can see several like antlers and such hanging on the walls, and a few dried herbs here and there. The man himself, Marek, sits on the only chair in the whole room, or in the whole house, because the whole house is just one room, and just points at one of the furs with his knife that's next to a small wooden table, and just, take a seat, please. My name's Marek. I'm one of the hunt. Well, I guess the only hunter in the village now.
My name's Matilda.
Good to meet you.
I'm Light.
Hi. My name's Perrin. Good to meet you.
And my name's Clara. I'm very glad to meet you. And as I entered, I sort of told Mara to wait outside the door, so she just has like her snout sort of peering in.
Mara and Spot are outside looking in.
Mara, and there's like a giant weasel and a mastiff just like looking at him through the like half open door. He looks a little weirded out by that, but says, so he looks you over, just quiet for about a minute or so, trying to get a bit of a feel for you. Looks at your weapons and equipment and such. He says, points his knife that he's holding in his hand, points it at Lyle and Clara, and says, two of you look like you've done some hunting yourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
That's fun time.
Well, I'm afraid these beasts pretty resistant to arrows. I hit one of them at least 3 times. Just continued on. So I do.
Clara kind of like looks a little bit like over her shoulder at her half bow, and she just like, kind of smiles a little bit weakly. That's good information to know. That's good to know.
I
You'll
mean,
do fine.
We'll just have to hit them with more arrows.
And you look like we've been in the army, and he points at Matilda. I haven't seen an armor like that in ages.
I've done a bit.
Fair enough. And he looks over at Perrin. And you look like you've seen some fighting yourself. And he sort of points at his face where your scars are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was a troublesome youth. It's
Right.
I don't know. I'm better now, but
Don't get me wrong, my friends, but I was kind of hoping for like a regiment of soldiers or something to show up.
I can see why, but I can assure you, we are better equipped than we may look.
Each of
And
us
if
is
we
worth several soldiers, I promise.
And if we see a regiment of soldier, we'll send them your way.
Fair enough.
Of
Well, I
course,
mean-
it's only us because there's no one else really, you know.
Yes, I mean, I guess you can't do any make things worse than they already are.
Well, we can anger the hit giant, so they will be really angry. And once, if they discover you send us after them, they might be really, really angry and come after you.
They'll come after us sooner or later anyway. 1 day or 2 days doesn't make much of a difference, I'm afraid. Now, Mayor
Yeah,
Harold
you know
said,
giants more than me.
So Mayor Harold said you had some questions or something?
Just a out of game question. Would I know about giants, like aside from like the typical knowledge someone would have? Like,
I mean, you can give me a nature check to see how
oh
much
god,
you know about giants. Giants are, after all, natural creatures.
12.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know that there's different kinds of giants, and you know that they're very strong and very big. And you know that some of them are very rare, others are not quite as rare, and you know that some of them use magic, but those are only like the most powerful of all. That's all you can come up with. And they fought against dragons like a long time ago.
Do you know what type of giants they were?
Hi, hill giants. Smallest, I believe, of the giants, from what I know, but they're
Good.
big enough.
Well, yeah.
Like 3 times my size. Probably like 7 or 8 times your size.
I was wondering if you could give us any sort of information that you, as a hunter, would know would be useful. Like, where you think that they might be sort of congregated, how many, like, are they working with any, like, beasts of burden or, like,
well,
monsters?
I could tell you where they are. I've seen their cave. I tracked them there. Well, I mean, I don't know if they're there right now, but that's where they're staying. It's about a good 2.5, 3 hours walk from you. You might have seen a small hill range to the southwest of the village when you approached. You go across that hill range and come to a plains, a little river. And beyond that river, there's a few more hills. There's a fairly large cave on the closest one of those hills. That's where they're staying. I've tracked them back there after we fought them at the Morganson farm. Killed a bunch of my friends there. They ate poor Dinder, I think. And Morgansons, we haven't found them either, so guessing they didn't manage to. Farm was completely destroyed. You might have seen it. It's in the south side of the village. Now, first we thought it was only one giant, but there's actually 2. There's a woman and a male and a female, whatever you want to call them, a guy and a gal, both ugly as shit and not particularly bright, if I were to guess. I mean, I don't understand what they were saying, but the way that they were talking didn't sound that bright. I guess you don't need to be very bright if you're bigger than the average house, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, though. There's only 2 of them. I think we've got this.
Well, they also, I also saw some direwolves. Now, I'm not sure if the direwolves are just following them around and like scavenging, or whether they're actually together, like holding them as pets or something, but I did see at least 2, maybe 3 direwolves as well.
Hey, Clara, that would be cool to hunt down dire wolves.
It would be, yes, it would. Although maybe a little bit less cool than hunting down giants.
Also,
Yeah, but I don't know what I can do with a giant pelt.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't have pelt; they're like skin, and they smell really bad. I don't.
Yeah, I imagine so. Dire wolves would be better.
yeah.
Probably
So-
pelt-wise, I don't have a direwolf pelt here. I killed a warg once, but that pelt wasn't of much use, I'm afraid. Now, I'm not sure if I can tell you anything else. I mean, I saw them, like, they're not really using weapons. They just grab, like, boulders and use them to smash. And the male, he carries like a tree trunk, basically. as like a club, but that's all that I can tell you. The female seems to be wearing some sort of fur armor. The male is pretty much naked.
All right. So I'm thinking we see if we can take out the wolves first. Then we get the giants. And
Yeah.
We don't have to fight all at once.
And we should probably try to sneak up to them, or at least not be super obvious. I don't want to be thrown at with rocks. Also, Lionel, you're muted.
I am very good at tracking wolves, especially in this area, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'm sorry to have to mention this, Merrick, but how many people do you think that you lost yesterday?
Well, not counting the Morgansons, I know that we lost 3. Olaf and I made it back. Olaf was injured pretty badly, though. He was hit by one of the boulders. He'll survive, but I don't know if he'll ever be able to go back to his job in the smithy. We lost 3 men, 2 hunters, friends of mine, the local farmhand who had served in the army a couple of years ago. We were all that RUSTFIELDS had as a militia, I'm afraid, the 5 of us. The others are farmers. They don't know how to use weapons. I think we have about maybe 30 or so men in the village that might be strong enough to actually like wield weapons, but I don't know if that's going to be enough if the giants come here. And they're going to come here soon enough, now that they've plundered the farms and that there's nothing there out there for them to eat.
We shouldn't let it come to that. We don't want to see so many people die.
Well, I mean, it might sound a little bad if I say this, but if you could at least injure them, that would give us some time to maybe set up some traps or something. I'm not quite sure what we can do against the giants, but I don't know, maybe do something, some preparation. If they're weakened, we might be able to beat them off. No, I mean, I really hope you kill them. But
I understand. If we fail, we'll try to alert you at least.
Yeah, we'll try to do
Fair
as much as possible, but I think we can do this. It
Yeah.
might be
But
hard, but
it won't happen.
yeah,
We'll get them.
it will be fine.
well,
Worst case scenario, we'll at least take out the wolves.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not worried about the direwolves. I mean, direwolves are nasty enough, but they would attack a village.
Well, unless
Well, they would
they
if
are
they were
led
pets.
by the giants.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, I
We'll
think
buy
we
you
can
time
do
at
this.
least.
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's all like anyone could ask. I should probably come with you, but if you
Nah, you're too big.
Yeah, it's okay. You were just fighting yesterday. You need
Yeah.
to rest.
The village
and
need
recover.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
if we fail, the village definitely needs you, so
yeah.
you should stay here.
No offense, you seem to be one of the most resilient and trained here, and we can't leave the village.
Well, I mean, I've fought my fair share of beasts in my time, but no giants so far. But I'll do my best. I really hope you make it.
We'll be fine.
Yes.
This isn't our first outing. We've got some experience under our belts.
You've killed giants before, have you?
Well, no, not giants, but
Mm.
plenty of other
We-
nasty.
We know how to
creatures.
kill bigger than us.
Yeah,
He's a
we're
little-
used to fighting bigger things.
He gives a little grin and says, I suppose I see what you mean.
Giants are just bigger than us. Nothing more.
Mm.
All right. Well, may the gods protect you.
Thank you. You too. Good luck if we don't get this, but I'm sure we will.
Good luck to you as well.
Thank you.
So, do we want to head out
I
right
think so.
away, or did that talk count as a short rest? Or otherwise, we'll just take a short rest and finish up so I can get my channel immunity back.
A short rest is like an hour.
Yeah.
Whereas this talk was like 15 minutes.
All right, yeah, we'll just go to the bar, get a little something to eat, and
Sure.
Yeah.
You can do that.
rest up before we head out.
Sure.
If we take time, I would like to go in the woods and try to get a plan to make a poultice.
I'm afraid there's no real woods in the area. There's just small patches of forest. I mean, you could give it a try, but this is a fairly well settled area. There wouldn't be any too rare plants around. But give me a
Because as the spellless ranger have the poultice, I can create a special herbal stuff with healing power.
what is this?
It's
Oh
one of the
yeah, that's
features.
right. You're playing that. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, sure. Give me a survival check.
Boom, proficient with that. 20.
Excellent.
Not natural.
You find, looking around the village, you do find several herbs that must have been overlooked that look very ordinary, but you realize that they are anything but. And the villagers obviously do not know what they have here, but there seems to be quite a few of these healing herbs actually growing around the village in the fields and the little patches of woodlands. So yeah, you're fairly happy with your findings and return to the village after about half an hour, 45 minutes, whereas the rest of you are just like chatting with the farmers basically and trying to sort of raise their morale a little bit.
Telling them stories about all the nasty things we've eaten up to this point.
So I have made 2 poultices.
Excellent.
That's the max I can do.
Yes, for all of you who are watching and wondering what this is about, we have Lionel here is playing the spell-less ranger from the Unearthed Arcana that came out like a couple months ago. So he has one of his abilities that can make like healing pulses that he can then consume to regain hit points, as you will probably see soon. Okay. Yeah, an hour passes. You rest a little after your journey. You recuperate your energy, gain some herbs, and regain your Matilda's holy energy, so to speak. Pray a little maybe before. So those of you who are into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then it's time for you to set out, unless you want to do something else.
Not particularly.
Before you
I think we should head out now. Yeah.
Claire's going to turn to everyone and be like, so, do you think that it's worth talking to that blacksmith, or do you think we should just let him be because he is resting and who knows what state he's in? Olaf, I think his name was.
I doubt he has more information than the other ranger, so I think we should be fine. But yeah, also we should probably let him rest.
It's not a big town. We won't find crazy good stuff that we could use. We could borrow to help fight giants.
Yeah, that won't work anyway. I think they need their own people.
they have about 100. This looks like a village that's about 100 people or so strong.
They've already lost too much to this. I think we should. I think we can take care of this.
Yeah, this will be easy. We just gotta, not fight everything at once.
All right. So you set out, several of the villagers coming forth to shake your hand and clap you on the shoulders and wish you good luck. You do realize that most of them don't expect to see you again. They're trying to hide it, but they are simple people and not really used to deception. So it's not particularly,
I tried to cheer up a few kids.
Okay, well, you
cool move with my sword, and
okay, give me a performance check.
I'm not proficient with that.
Oh, you are not bard.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, bad. No, 7 plus charisma 1, 8.
Okay, yeah, the children are sort of just looking at you wide-eyed, as they're not quite sure what you're doing, just swinging your sword over your head, sort of, in weird
I think it
gestures.
worked.
But I'm
Doesn't-
pleased with my performance.
Doesn't really work. Some of the adults are just like taking their children and like pulling them away from the wall.
We'll be back when they're gone.
Okay, yeah. You see that's young guy that you talked to, Rob, the mayor's son, just standing there at the gate as you step outside, and he says, "Well, probably not going to see you again. Try
I'm
to
sure you
kill
will.
one of them before you run away."
So friendly. I'm glad we can help.
When we get back, I'm going to have to sit down and tell you about everything else that we've killed up to this point, because in addition to these giants, there's going to be a whole lot to talk about. We're a lot better than we thought.
If you get back alive and kill those giants, I'll do whatever you want.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
gonna
write
be
that
fun.
down.
Nice belt.
Just shakes his head as you walk out. Okay, and you're standing in front of the village now. The gate closes behind you, pushed close by two of the farmers.
I think we made a really good impression on them.
Yep.
So, since we know which way to go, yes, we go.
Yes.
Keep an eye out for wolves and an ear out for big stomping footsteps.
Yeah.
Sure.
And maybe
Yes.
we can see some of the direwolves early.
Okay.
Yeah, as we go, I'd like to be sort of tracking for any sort of signs of direwolves or giants or anything else, really. Would you consider the area grasslands?
Yes. At the moment, you're definitely in grasslands areas. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so what you see is basically you have fields, and then there's a couple farms. One of them is completely destroyed, and then there's a small hill range that's like looking down sort of southwest-ish. That's all you can see. And you have heard Marek has told you that this cave where the giants seem to be camping is beyond that hill range.
We should probably try to approach with caution. Getting stones thrown at you isn't the nicest thing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm not very quiet, so I'll hang back. I'm riding Spot, so I can cover the distance real quick. Don't worry.
Okay.
Lyle will, once we're a bit further away from the village and in direction, he will move search 2.
Sorry,
And-
wants what?
He will search 2, looking for tracks and signs.
You can both give me survival checks, both Clara and Lyle, as you're keeping an eye out, basically. Do you guys want to travel in normal speed, or do you guys want to travel in slower speed and trying to take it a little more cautiously and stealthily?
Since I don't think it's that long of a walk, and we still have like most of the day, I think we should probably walk slowly.
So Marek told you that you'll need about 2.5 to 3 hours to get to the cave of the giants. It would be about maybe 2 o'clock, 2:30 or so at the moment.
I think-
I'm going
I
to
think-
recommend that maybe we move at a decent speed until one of the two rangers sort of notices that we're getting close to fresher tracks.
Yeah.
And then we can slow down.
Yeah, I don't know.
We have time before moving stealthily, because while giants are big, they can't really detect us 2 walking hours away.
Yeah, that is true.
And I don't know about you guys, but I can't see in the dark, so probably best to get there before nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we have a whole group of people who actually can't see in the dark. That must be a first.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
that never happens.
I should have just taken the
The
Eldritch Invocation just to fuck this up, but
Well, too late.
Always take it.
For the survival check, it's a 25 because mine is doubled because we're in my favorite terrain.
That is true, yes. You double your...
That's not 20.
Oh wow.
Plus
Nice.
8. 28.
So, okay. So looking around, you guys very soon spot giant footprints. I mean, they're hard to miss, really. even if you're not very proficient with tracker. And you do see that there's 2 different pairs of footprints. So there's definitely 2 giant. One of them slightly larger than the other, with slightly longer feet. The other one a little heavier and like sinking into the ground a little more. And you think they must be carrying things, as you see some of their footprints are larger than others. And you also every now and then find like bits and pieces of like what looks to be wood, maybe from like a cart or maybe a piece of the building that they carried away. Okay. So they must be carrying like provisions and stuff that they plundered from the farms back to their hideout. You also spot several direwolf tracks that are sort of crisscrossing the giant's footprints. Looking at the tracks close, you would say it looks like each of the giants has like 1 direwolf following them around. And it does look like the direwolves are very close to the giants, like they're traveling together. It doesn't look like the direwolves are like following them like an hour or 2 later and just to sniff out.
Yeah. Okay.
Bits and pieces.
Clara, with favorite terrains, will know how long ago they've passed.
Yes. The tracks are about maybe they must you think they must have left these tracks like the early evening, so they're about maybe 20-ish hours old, the tracks. Okay. Yesterday early evening.
Okay, and I share that with everyone.
Yeah, we share.
You do, however, also find, while you're approaching the hills, you do find direwolf tracks that are a little fresher. So the direwolves seem to have come back without the giants sometime during the night. But that's the freshest tracks you can find. They're like 10, 12 hours old.
So should we look for the direwolves first?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. We can take them out.
Can we determine the direction of the direwolf tracks?
Yeah, they're all over the place pretty much. They just seem to have been wandering around, scouting, maybe looking for more food or something. But they have also moved off to the south or southwest into the hill range that you're now approaching.
Okay. So I will approach Clara and say that, okay, now it's your ground. You're better than me here. So once we get closer, it will be probably better if you walk around and search a bit further up, a bit more stealthily. So because you can move faster here.
Absolutely, yeah. That's absolutely good advice. Yeah. When do you think that I should start, sneaking ahead a little bit more?
When you feel like it. It doesn't look like the direwolves are right next after the next turn, but yeah, once you feel it's good. Once Mara feels something, because she will probably smell the direwolves before us.
Yeah, Mara's just like sneaking close to the ground, pushing through the tall grass, and just sniffing around.
Now, how far have we gone at about this point?
You're now, you've walked for a good hour or so, and then now at the foot of this small hill range that Marak has indicated.
Then actually what I'm going to do is send Mara ahead of us a little bit, to start like sniffing around, just like almost out of sight, but not exactly. It's something that Rick and I have done a lot. And she is very stealthy. So she's going to be sneaking ahead, doing a little sniff, looking for tracks. And she's going to alert us when like we start getting close to anything dangerously fresh.
Okay, give me a stealth check for Mara.
And I'll be like 30 feet behind everyone on my dog so that I can catch up really quick if I need to, if the fight breaks out.
Sure.
That one.
Oh no.
Yeah, Mara is distracted by a lot of things in these hills. There must be quite a few interesting, yummy little birds and other like ground-dwelling animals that she might be interested in eating. You see her saliva sort of dripping down, and she's just like licking her lips. But she stays just barely stays on track. She nearly runs off several times, but she catches herself, looks back to you guiltily, and then continues on. But her senses are way off. She's not a good alarm system at the moment.
And Claire's gonna turn to everyone and be like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna let her. She's just playing, you know.
Yeah.
She's not stealthing. It's okay. This is on purpose."
And you can't even use the lucky from the halfling.
Yeah, no.
That's just
because it's Mara.
Yeah.
How sad.
At least me and Lyle and I are still trying to look for tracks, just not like ahead of the group.
Yeah. Looking at here for tracks here, giants definitely came through here, but there's no fresh tracks that you saw. They just went over the hills, and you are now, after about another 10-15 minute walking, approaching the top of the hills. And looking over, you can see a long plains that ends quite a few miles away into another hill range that seems to be a little more wooded. And in between those hills and the hills that you're standing on, there is a small river, pretty much in the center of the plains, just running through it.
Okay.
Does there seem to be any sort of bridge, or is it just a river?
Just a river. Just a large stream, basically, not even a proper river as such. Maybe about, I don't know, 20 feet wide or so. And you do not spot any giants.
Good.
From what you on the plains, they would stick out.
No stealth giants.
Yeah, they could be really sneaky, like covering themselves with like grass and earth and just lying flat. So who knows?
That would be horrifying. Like just walking up somewhere in the forest and then flop, you're dead.
Giant.
Yeah.
You you just walk into the giant's hand.
Oh god. Yeah.
Anyway, so you're standing there looking down now.
So we can see everything on the plain, really. There's no real way for us to be stealthy going across, but same goes for anyone going after us.
But not tall enough for a giant to hide in.
Oh, also, I'm probably just, since we are now getting closer to giant territory, I'm going to use my Armor of Shadows.
That lasts for like 8 hours, right?
Yeah, it lasts 8 hours, that's why.
Okay. The shadows creep up and surround your form with this half-translucent black mist.
So we just move across the plains real quick and hope that nothing spots us.
Maybe we should
if they do.
Maybe we should hurry across the plains, actually.
You would estimate that it would take you about a good hour to cross the plains to get to the other hill range. It's about 2.5, 3 miles, maybe.
Now, since it's just like flat land, it doesn't look like anything could sneak up on us, just like we can't sneak up on anything.
I mean, giants for sure, no. Direwolves, maybe. There are patches of very tall grass and a few bushes here and there where creatures could be hiding, as long as they're not massive.
We can sneak up in the bushes, in the tall grass.
I can't sneak.
That goes obviously the other way around as well. For you, it's that tall grass is, in some places, it's even taller than you. In most places, it will be like up to your neck, maybe. But it will give you good cover, yeah.
I'm actually going to turn to Matilda and just really quickly sort of whisper to her, like, not to be, mean, but I kind of noticed that you got a lot of armor on, and you might not be too stealthy, but I can, once we get closer, cast Pass Without a Trace, and give you a little bit more advantage if we ever need it. So just let me know.
If you ever need me to stealth me.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah,
That's the only way I'm succeeding.
The spring sunlight is shining off that beautiful armor quite well.
Shiny.
I think
so.
If
Okay.
we should probably hurry up if we're going across the plains. No reason to stay there longer than we need to.
He explained us where the giants were.
Yeah.
So, as an outlander, I would know. I would remember perfectly.
Well, he said basically the first hill in that other hill range, the closest one.
So the one, it's probably the one in front of us.
Yeah, so just across the plains.
Yes.
What about tracks?
Tracks are going, from what you can see, just going downwards towards the river, the giant tracks.
And the direwolves tracks?
Oh, same.
Same.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's move.
Yeah, let's move.
Come on. We won't catch giant not moving.
Okay. So move down the hills into the plains. What's your like marching formation? Are you just walking together, or is someone ahead, someone behind, and so on?
Because I think we're all actually melee people, and no one's scouting right now. I think we're just walking next to each other.
I'm hanging a little bit behind the group, just like checking for traps and such. Not traps, but tracks.
Behind the
But
group.
also because I want to make sure that there aren't like, if anything does attack us, I'm not in the very front. But I am sending Mara kind of like shuffling ahead of everybody, like a couple steps.
Okay.
I'm a bit in front with Mara, I think.
Okay. Okay, we have a giant weasel and a halfling.
I'm right up in the front. If we're not doing like super stealth, I'm right up in front.
Okay.
Well, then I'm guessing I'm hanging back with Clara. it's
Okay, so we have Mara, we have Lyle, and we have Matilda up front, and then about 20, 30 feet behind them, we have Perrin and Clara.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Excellent. Okay. So yeah, you crossing the plains, looking around. There's still giant tracks. They have trampled down the grass. In one place, you find what looks to be a giant that has that has been lying here. There's a massive area of grass just pressed flat, and you can smell this weird mixture of like stale sweat and rotten meat that these giants seem to be emanating, and not particularly pleasant. Even Mara is just like and just weasels off. And then you come to the river itself, and the giants just walked across, pretty much. You can see muddy footprints and trampled down grass on both sides. And you can also see a little left, there seems to be a human leg lying on your side of the river, just like in the grass next to the river, like on the beach, so to speak, on the next to the water.
We should remember what that is so we can bring it back so they can, bury it.
Yeah, it looks like someone's been gnawing on it or something. There's a lot of meat is missing. There's just mostly it's the bone with a few bits and pieces of meat and like bits and pieces of torn clothing.
Well, maybe this can lead us to the direwolves. It looks like they've been eating it.
Yeah. Does it look? Yeah. It's more eaten by a direwolf or torn apart by a giant?
Both, probably.
Probably both.
Okay.
And you said this is by the water's edge?
Yes, this is about maybe 40 or 50 feet to your left and at the water's edge, yes, on the water's edge.
How fast does the stream, does it seem like it'll present any sort of problem or just
maybe a minor problem, nothing major. The stream seems to be going fairly fast, but it's not very deep. It's even for you, it's about just over hip deep. For some like chest deep.
Would it be possible to check if there are direwolf, any fresh markings on the other side from this difference?
Yeah. Give me a survival check.
I'll look too.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, nat 20 on survival. Again, I won't do any more.
26.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you're looking around. You take a minute or two to walk up and down the your side of the river and taking a close look on the other side, and you do spot some fresher tracks. They're not fresh as such; they're a couple hours old, but the direwolves seem to be coming here every now and then to probably drink water or something. No giant tracks. No recent giant tracks.
Okay, I'm going to point out just to everybody so that they know that it seems like the dire wolves haven't passed them. There's still something that's a threat in the future that we need to be looking out for.
Yeah, I think I think we should definitely take care of them. But yeah, I don't know. What are we gonna do now?
Give me a perception check, everyone.
Oh God. Oh, that's actually good. What's my... Okay, that's not good.
16.
18.
23.
4.
Okay, so everyone except for Matilda, who's busy polishing her armor or something, or looking at her reflection in the water. The three of you look up, and you can see in the distance there is a faint curl of smoke that has appeared. A faint trail that's sort of curling its way into the sky in the distance, in the direction that you're going.
Would it look like a large bonfire or something like that to me?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Yeah. Then think, well, that might be our giants. Shall we go ahead?
What? Where? Giants?
No, not giants yet, but there's smoke over there.
Oh.
I
How
don't...
far off? Sorry.
No, you just say. It's fine.
No, I just want to know how far off the smoke seemed to be.
Probably a good half an hour's walk from where you are. There's still a good mile or so, maybe a bit more than a mile. Mile and a half.
Okay.
All right. So, I guess we go there, have a look around, and hopefully the direwolves aren't around, or we run into them before we reach. Right?
I think if we can, we should probably take care of the direwolves. They're gonna be dangerous as well, even without the giants.
And direwolf alone, we can easily do it. Direwolf plus giant. It's getting harder because we have to fight them basically on a one-on-one.
Smart.
So what do you want to do?
Try to track the direwolf, crossing the river if needed.
Okay. So how do you want to cross? Just swim across or wade across, or is anyone doing anything fancy?
Are there any big trees nearby that we could possibly
No, I'm afraid not. This is a plains. There is no real big trees. There's just a couple of smaller trees every now and then, but none of them would be sufficiently large to make a bridge or anything like
There's
that.
no problem. It's not that deep. Just go across.
Yeah, then let's just go across.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that Mara loves the water. She's sort of prancing right next to it. So Clara's going to sort of grab onto Mara as she crosses and try to see if Mara can stabilize her if she tries to get
Definitely.
brushed
Okay.
away.
Give me a athletics check with advantage since Mara is helping you.
My athletics or her?
Your athletics, yes. Amara can make it across without problems. She doesn't even need to roll.
Oh, well, is everyone rolling
that
athletics?
was wrong. That was
So
wrong.
that's
So I got 12.
well, yeah, that's good enough. It's not a very strong stream. It starts pushing you away a little bit, but Mara pedals along and just pulls you out to the other side. So you're just holding her by the scruff of her neck, basically. She pulls you out and then shakes it herself. And you could just get water in the face.
Yeah, I'll cross too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, just wading across. Sure. That's athletics checks for everyone who likes them.
Oh,
Yeah, 12.
Yeah,
That's
Matilda, without any problem. And your dog just swims across without any problem too.
Right.
That's a 12.
12 is good.
13.
Yep, you all make it to the other side without any problems. You're wet, and the water is still fairly cold. I mean, it is spring, but that doesn't mean it's summer. So the water is refreshingly cool. Let's put it that way. It is very clear water, however. You can fill up your water skins if you wish. High quality drinking water, and yep, you are without any problems. Just crouching in the tall grass on the other side now.
I would probably do that, like fill up and be like happy to have something at least good about this journey. If we're gonna die, then I have something good to drink.
Fair enough.
Ever the optimist.
Yes. I'm optimistically pessimistic. Good. Then let's
So once again, anyone who doesn't want to get, anyone who wants to be quiet, stay away from me. I'll hang back. I can move quick on spot.
Yeah, I think we should move quiet from now on.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Yeah.
If you are stealthing, it will take you about an hour, maybe a little less than an hour to get to that, to the other hill range, to cross the plains, to cross the entirety of the plains, which means that the pass without trace would last that long, and you still have about a good like 2.5 hours of daylight or so. So it's not a big issue.
Yeah, I think we should probably stealth then. I don't. Yeah, no, we don't want artillery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask everybody if they think that pass without trace would be good now, or should I like save it for later when we get a little closer?
I think we should probably save it for later.
Yeah.
Once we're closer, it's probably going to be harder and more necessary to stealth.
Yeah.
Well, it lasts for an hour. Pass without trace lasts for an hour.
Yeah, but we could use it on sneaking on the giants.
Yeah.
That's true.
Rather-
The dire wolves will
rather-
probably notice us faster.
No, the dire wolf will notice us easier with the smell. Giants, we can. I think we can manage to sneak up right behind giants. I don't think we would be able to pull the same tricks on dire wolves.
Yeah.
Smart.
Actually, it's not that bad if the dire wolves see us. So yeah.
Okay.
We can then fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the plan? Matilda hanging back, and the rest a little ahead, and then you just sneak up or sneak through the rest of the plains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like a good idea.
Okay.
I'm staying with Matilda.
Yep.
But Mara's with everyone else.
Sure. Okay. All of you, give me self checks then. Matilda has disadvantage because of her armor.
Oh, hey, 17.
Wow.
Wow.
Pretty good.
13.
And we have a +10, right?
Nope.
So,
No,
oh,
not
we
that.
Oh yeah. Then
No,
I have a
that's
16.
16? 17?
I have the bad steps.
What was that? 13?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And what about Clara and Mara?
8 for Clara.
Oh, okay.
She is in the back though.
That is true.
And 15 for Mara.
Okay.
You rolled badly because you're helping me be stealthy and just forgot to be
Yeah.
stealthy yourself.
I'm loudly whispering to you tips on how to be stealthy.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Sticking to the cover of the tall grass and the few bushes that you find here and there, you meander your way slowly across the plains. It will take you, as I said, a good hour or so to do so, but you see the hill range coming closer and closer. This hill range is a little bit more jagged with some cliffs and some heavier forests growing along the sides of the hills. And you see the smoke is getting a little bigger, this little puff of smoke that you've seen, and approaching closer and closer until you can see in the distance the shine of a fairly large fire where that smoke is coming from. It's like a large bonfire, pretty much at the edge of the hill range, only now a couple 100 yards away from you.
Okay.
And you can also see a large cave entrance not far away from this fire, only about maybe, I don't know, 30 or 40 feet beyond it, like in the side of one of the hills. A few broken trees around the cave entrance, as if something or someone has just snapped them off.
But we don't see any giants right now.
You can give me a perception check.
Okay.
But no, you do not see any giant at the moment.
That's a 9.
You do not need the perception check to see giants.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I see anything with my 9.
Okay. In fact, only 2 of you are ahead. But yeah, anyway,
Well,
you're
yeah.
contacts, I guess, so you can still roll.
10 plus 5, 15.
Okay. So, Matilda and Lyle, you both see a figure at the campfire. Not a giant. Large, but not a giant. You recognize this figure as an ogre. He seems to be tending the fire. You can see him walking around and snapping off big branches on the surrounding trees and just chucking them onto the fire every now and then, and just making the fire bigger and bigger. And you, Matilda, spot 2 large, large pieces of wood, like pikes, sort of thick branches that are stuck in the ground. And you can see to each of these branches seems to be tied a human form. One of them is moving, the other one not.
We can't waste a lot of time, you guys.
And you also see, Matilda, there's one direwolf, a large gray-furred beast lying next to the fire, just gnawing on some sort of bone or something.
So I'm guessing you probably relay that to us.
Yeah.
So we should have
You stop and let them catch up, and then you're sort of now huddling in the tall grass. Matilda sneaking over, sneaking a few glances over. You're about, I don't know, about 200, 300 yards off still.
We always follow the tracks, more or less. The giants and direwolves tracks.
The giants tracks.
maybe we can.
And we haven't seen wolves going another way, splitting up.
The wolves were like walking all over the place. They weren't walking in lines. Only the giants were walking in lines. So you lost track of the direwolf footprints several times, but they kept coming back.
I'm gonna say maybe we can lure him out away from the caves, so we can deal with them first, and then we can save those people, and after that go into the cave.
That's a good idea. I wonder if he's working with the giants or if he's not.
I'm guessing
Definitely
probably. Like I assume he is. I doubt he would be fighting against them.
Certainly not, but I mean like a scavenger following him. Either way, I agree with you. We should probably lure him out.
Did we see like ogre prince or something like that?
No, you have not seen any ogre prints.
Maybe he just keeps to their cave. Maybe it's basically their guard. Or
you hear a loud voice coming from the cave, saying, "Ugh! Give us joy!"
I speak giant.
You do speak giant, okay? The voice says, "Ugh! Is the fire going? I'm hungry." It's a female voice. And the ogre looks up and says, "It's ready soon. Just give me a little bit. Ready soon." And then starts hurrying up a little and throwing more fire, more wood onto the fire.
So they are definitely in here. Can I try to spot if the people on the holding up are dead or still alive?
Give me a perception check.
I can tell you at least one of them is still moving.
12.
You can't really make it out. They're too far away. You just barely see there's something tied to those sticks that are stuck in the ground. The ogre is now is now found 2 sticks that are like Y-shaped, and there is jamming them into the ground next to the fire on each side, one on each side.
Oh no.
We don't have time. They're split up now. We have to hit him soon or pull him out of here soon so we can...
Yeah, let's try to get the ogre away from the fire, and so he's not in hearing range of that cave. We don't want to fight the ogre and the giants.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to really swiftly cast Fast Without a Trace on all of us now that we're right here, and that'll last for an hour and give us all a +10 to stealth.
All right. As you concentrate, the shadow of the grass around you shifts and starts crawling up your forms, and gently like a protective mantle settling around you.
I feel very used to this, so I don't really react to it, but I'm gonna be like, let's move on. Anyone have any idea how we can lure him away?
I can have Spot run up and try and get his attention and run back.
Now, Spot is not really particularly smart. He's a dog, so...
Find Familiar makes him, or Find Steed makes him a bit smart.
Find Steed makes him a 6.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
At least smart enough to follow basic instructions, like run up,
That is true.
get
If he's
attention, run
intelligence
back.
of 6, then yeah, he can definitely follow simple plans. Yeah,
And
frog intelligence.
he can communicate with him by telepathy. Find Steed is good. It's great.
Yeah, fancy this fun. So, I think that's probably a good idea. He's probably gonna hunt him down.
I agree. So should we all sort of hide around here and have him lured out? I imagine the direwolf will come with him.
Sounds like a good plan. I just hope he's fast enough.
And I mean, at least we'll be able to fight him separate from the giants, even if they hear the commotion and come out.
Yeah.
Perrin, don't you have something magic stuff you usually do that can distract him?
I don't think so. Like my magic isn't really made for this stuff. Nah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so we lay down here in ambush. Spot goes, growls a bit. When they start to come after him, he runs back, and then we spring. Sound good?
Sound
Yeah.
good.
Sounds good.
All right. So as you're hiding, all of you give me a stealth check. With
Plus
plus
10.
10. Yep.
Thank God for the +10. That's a 19.
Okay.
Haha, 23.
Wow. 22.
33.
Oh, wait, no, I put the plus 10 in already, so that's with the plus 10. That's 13. Never mind.
Okay, so the closest, the lowest one is 19, right?
13. I forgot that I put the plus 10 in my roll, so it's a...
Oh, you're right. So 13 is the okay. So Matilda has a 13 on her, and that's the crappiest one of the group. Okay. So as you are, you crouch in the tall grass and wait. What do you have Spot do?
Run up within like 40, 50 feet, start growling and you know, being as threatening as he can. And if they start to come at him, run back. Pretty much. Okay. And otherwise, like if they don't, he's just going to keep doing it, moving around. And
okay, what's Spot's movement speed?
40.
Okay. As Spot starts running up, give me a stealth check for Spot. See how close you get.
Oh, not great, not great. So I'm going to be rolling a +2.
Spot
4.
Spot also has a +10.
Oh, so
yes,
14.
Our trace goes up with
Right, yes.
effect up to 10 individuals.
So 14.
Okay. They do not seem to notice him. He manages to approach the camp until he's only about maybe 50 or so feet away from it. and now just crouching down there, and leaps out and starts like growling. And the ogre sort of stops, looks around, says, "Hey, doggy? What you do, doggy?" And then sort of comes towards him, and the Spot is just like... The direwolf stands up and just quietly sneaks away and disappears into the bushes to the right.
Oh, sorry, you go first.
I want to try watching out for the direwolf.
Perception check.
17 plus 5. 22.
You have no idea where that direwolf is.
So how far away are we from the ogre again?
You are about 600 feet away.
Oh, okay, yeah. No.
About 200 yards. So yeah, a fair bit away. Spot is now barking and continuing to bark. The ogre is just like standing there confused, but then finally just like, "Stop! Shut up!" And then just like, "You little," and starts running towards him, grabbing one of the large logs that he was going to throw into the fire, just as like wielding it as a club, starts to run at Spot. Spot turns and starts running away. But as this happens, from the right side of Spot, a direwolf form comes exploding out of the grass, tackling Spot. What's Spot's armor class?
Not good. 12.
That is a hit.
Ah, shit.
If this does at least 5 damage, he's gone.
Yep, Spot's gone. That's 10 points.
Oh.
But I'm pretty sure he just vanishes. He doesn't like leave a corpse.
Exactly. The direwolf tackles Spot, and they just like roll around, and you can hear Spot like the direwolf comes up, and there's a little bit of blood on his lips, but then Spot's form is gone. The direwolf's like he's looking around confused, as he has no idea where Spot's gone. The ogre runs up, and he's like, "What? Where? What?"
I'm going to stand up out of my stealth and just yell, "Hey, ugly, come get some."
Huh? What? Who are you? He shouts in Giant. So whoever understands Giant understands what he's saying. The other one's just like, "Ogre."
I'm just going to be like waving my weapon at him and being threatening.
I'm gonna prepare casting a spell for if he comes close to us.
Okay. The direwolf stopped, is frozen in his where he's standing, and it's just like staring over at you, and then disappears in the tall grass once more on the left side.
Being quite far away, would I lose my stealth if I loosen an arrow?
Yes. You'd have to stand up and shoot at him.
But you'd probably have time to, dive for different cover.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
that's here.
Of course. The ogre's just like standing there. Not sure. He's just looking over at his shoulder at the fire and then looking back to you as he doesn't seem to be sure what to do. He seems confused, like scratching his fat head with his sausage fingers.
Problem is he's still out of range.
I'll start walking forward. I'm not gonna leave I'm gonna walk towards 50 feet within dashing range of the rest of my guys.
Okay.
And
when he passed next to my position, I will loosen an arrow quite more or less stealthily to make it look like it's coming from or the one standing up.
Okay, from Matilda. Sure. Go ahead.
Matilda.
That would be what's the range on the short bow, by the way? Yeah, I did
it's long range. It's 320, but it's at disadvantage. The short range is 80.
Yes. So this ogre is about 500 feet away from you. So you cannot reach him.
Oh,
we should slowly start moving in its direction.
Yeah, you were 200 yards away from the campfire when you stealthed.
Wrong unit.
That's 600 feet.
Wrong unit.
So yeah, you cannot take a shot at him. He's too far.
Yeah, sorry.
He does not fly as much. Okay, Matilda, you have approached, and you're now about 500 yards or so away from him.
I think I will also slowly follow Matilda.
Okay. If you want to stay in stealth, then give me another stealth check again with +10.
Yes.
You can, of course, approach. The ogre for now is just standing there and looking confused, not quite sure what to do.
Well, that's a 30.
Okay. Yep. You're very quiet.
If he's not showing any sign of coming at me, even after I've approached and have been threatening, I'm just going to keep walking, keeping an eye out for the wolf, hopefully.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I'll move 2 with trying to look out for the wolf.
Okay. 15. You do not spot the direwolf anywhere.
Myself and Mara are both sitting like a little bit back. We're moving a little bit forward, but not actually too much. We're just looking for the wolf mostly.
Okay.
So 20 on stealth, and I don't see the wolf.
Okay.
Because with the 4, I won't see. With 7.
Okay, Perrin and Lyle both are stealthing through the grass, moving in on the ogre slowly but surely. And Matilda's just walking like openly towards him. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Matilda, as you are walking, the very last moment you hear a rustle to your right. You turn and you see the direwolf just exploding out of the grass, tackling you. As the same thing he did with poor Spot.
Right.
And we are now in combat.
Cool.
Let's see. The direwolf is attacking first as a sort of surprise round, more or less. And that will be a hit. Mara, Matilda, you do not manage to react fast enough. The direwolf tackles you. That'll be 5 points of damage.
Oh, that's fine.
It's not a very strong hit. However, he tries to throw you to the ground with the sheer force of the impact. So give me a strength saving throw.
21.
Yeah, you resist him without any problems. He tackles you with the shoulder, but you stand there and push him off as one of his claws cuts you into your leg a little bit, but it's a very superficial wound, not even going through the armor really. Okay, that was that. So we are now starting into proper combat. We are starting with Lyle.
Taking my half. I can approach in my movement the direwolf.
Yes.
Okay, I'm taking my sword out and going at him.
Okay.
At it.
So you jump out of the bushes to his side, run at him with one short sword or 2?
2.
Okay.
Dual weapon.
2 short swords drawn, running up. Go for it.
And I add my ability modifier to both. Yeah. 9, 8, 14, and 17.
They both hit. Sorry, did you say you add your what modifier?
I can add my ability modifier to the damage.
Yeah, not to hit.
Not to hit. So the second weapon is 9 plus proficiency. If I remember.
Short sword. Yeah, rangers are proficient in short sword.
So
you add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency modifier. So you should have a +8 to attack.
Yeah, on both attack.
Yes.
Yeah. I should play more with dual weapon. So it's a 14 and a 17.
They both hit. You leap on the direwolf has not noticed you yet. You leap onto him and stab him in the side twice. And you have dual weapon. Do you have like dual weapon fighting?
Yep.
Then you can add your your dexterity modifier to both damage rolls. So that's d6 plus 5, I believe, twice.
Yep. That's 4 plus 10, 14.
Okay, nice. Darwin stumbles backwards a little as both short swords pierces the skin on his side and leaving behind 2 bleeding gashes. That was your turn, Lyle. Bonus action? No, you used your bonus action to attack. Perrin, your turn.
Okay, quick question. If I use Hex and the direwolf dies and no one else is in range, does it just expire, or can I just keep it up?
I think you can keep it up.
Okay.
Can't move it until someone else comes in range, but it doesn't disappear, I don't think.
I think I'm just going to cast Hex on the direwolf.
Okay, that's a bonus action?
That's a bonus action, yes.
Okay.
And let's see.
A tendril of
Disadvantage.
shadow wraps himself around the direwolf's head.
I will give him disadvantage with 2 strength saving
All right.
throws. Yeah.
No, checks, not saving.
Oh, checks. That's even better.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I will use my action to stab him. I would like to jump out of the bush and stab him.
Sure. You run up with your rapier.
Yeah.
Another halfling exploding from the bushes.
Oh, that's not good. That's the first attack is a 13.
Misses.
Okay, but I get 2
Cuts
attacks.
through the air. Yeah, you have the whatever it's called, the
That's
piercing
like-
blade, right, or something.
The other one is a natural 20, so
Nice.
nice.
That's
So
2d8, I believe.
yeah, 2d8. That's 15 points of damage.
Oof. Okay. That direwolf's not looking good after this attack. You stab him in the side. First, you miss, just cut some of his hair off his back. But the second one, you stab deep into his front paw. He's bleeding quite heavily already. And it is now Clara's turn.
All right. How far away am I? If I
You would be about, I'd say about, you said you hang back a little, so it's like
Yeah.
35, 40 feet, something like that.
so I'm within range of both of them with the short bow, which is 80.
The ogre is still like 500 feet away.
Okay, but the wolf is close enough.
No, the wolf is close, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to break my stealth to be able to attack, but Mara is going to stay stealthed.
All right.
next to me.
Yeah, you rise up from the tall grass, your short bow in hand, notch an arrow. I
yes.
believe it's 2 shots if you want to.
Yes, I'm going to take 2 shots with my extra attack and just go straight for the.
Do you want to use sharpshooter at any of those shots?
With one of them, yes.
Okay, which one?
The first one. No, the second one.
So the first one is with +5 or something, and the second one is plus
+6.
sorry,
and
plus
then,
6, and the one
and
plus
the-
1.
Yes, exactly.
Go for it.
The first one's a 10.
That misses. As the dog stumbles backwards due to the massive wound that Perrin has. Yeah, both arrows
Yep.
fly to yes, and yes, you can do 3 attacks in one turn, Lyle. You're right. You have bonus attack.
Too late.
Action a second. Oh well, now you know. Okay. Both arrows fly past the direwolf, who's like stumbling backwards, heavily bleeding. 2 arrows fly past him. It is now the direwolf's turn. The direwolf will disengage and run for it. He's not happy with this, and he just turns around and leaps into the grass. And you can just see the grass moving where he's running as he's trying to get away. That's his turn, and he will also let out a howl as he's running away. Matilda, your turn.
I'm not that good with it, but I do have a hand crossbow. So I can at least try to shoot this guy as he runs away.
Sure, yeah. You can
Only once, but
you take out your hand crossbow, notch a bolt real quick, and raise it up and take a shot at the running direwolf.
hey, 1 damage.
But only 1 damage. Yep. No, you just nick him on the tail. It costs him a couple of a bit of fur, but he's still running.
Screw it. The rest of my turn is spent walking towards the ogre.
All right. You hook the crossbow back on your back and draw your whatever your weapon you have,
Yeah.
longsword or something, and approach the ogre. And it's now the ogre's turn. The ogre's just gonna start running towards you with his club in one hand, just dashing towards you, moving 80 feet basically in your direction. And that was his turn. We have Lyle up again.
I will take out my bow and shot twice at the direwolf.
Okay. Putting away your short swords, ripping out your bow out, and taking 2 shots. Now the direwolf has a little bit of cover.
So the first one is 19 plus 8, 25, and the
Hits.
second one is a 10.
That misses.
So 1d6 plus 5.
Yes.
6.
6 damage. Woo! Direwolf somehow survives. Miraculously.
Minimum on everything.
He takes an arrow in the side, but continues running. Now very heavily injured, bleeding heavily. Okay, that was... Do you want to move, Lyle, at all?
Oh, yeah. I will move following the direwolf.
Okay. Perrin.
Short thing. I'm guessing it's too late, but I forgot the extra 1d6 I deal with the hacks.
Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Your stuff.
Okay. I also have a crossbow. So
Sure.
I'm gonna take that one out and try to finish off the wolf.
Okay.
That is a 10.
Nope. You just barely see like the grass moving. Can't even see the wolf properly because you're not very tall. So you just shoot like in that direction, and the crossbow just disappears in the grass. Nothing happens. The crossbow bolt, I mean. Anything else you'd like to do? Movement or anything?
I think I'm gonna then use my movement to move towards the ogre.
Okay. Clara.
All right. The ogre is within attacking distance, I imagine.
No, the ogre.
No, but
yes,
the
only,
is
he
still-
only moved about 80 feet, so you're still a good like 350 feet or so away from the ogre, I'm afraid.
Next round, you might try it.
The direwolf, though, is pretty visible because
Yes, Darwolf. Well, he's not extremely visible, but you sort of know where you can sort of see his back sticking out of the tall grass.
Okay. I'm going to take 2 attacks, and because of sharpshooter, the cover doesn't count.
That is
for the
true.
direwolf.
That is true. You ignore
And
cover.
they're just going to be both normal attacks.
Yep, go for it.
Sharpshooter is so good.
It is. Still a miss, I'm afraid. 14 is a hit. Exactly a hit.
Perfect. That's 4 damage, and
That is enough. You catch the direwolf just because his turn is immediately after yours, so you would have disappeared. You catch him at the very last possible moment, just like shooting basically indirectly, like sort of following, and he's thinking like, okay, he's gonna be there in like a second, shooting that spot, the arrow flies and hits the direwolf straight in the neck. It doesn't go very deep, but he's already very heavily injured, and you just hear him going, and then disappearing. And you could hear him trashing around as he dies with your arrow stuck in his neck.
perfect.
I turn towards Clara and raise my both of my hands up.
All right.
I give him a thumbs up.
Do you want to move closer, Clara, to the ogre?
Yes, I do. I'm moving closer, and Mara's moving closer, but remaining stealthed.
Okay. That is fine. We have... Now, you can hear a answering howl somewhere off to your left in the distance, coming over the plains, echoing out. And then you can also hear deep voices coming from the cave, and 2 massive shapes pushing their way out through this cave. And then now you can see 2 giants, a fairly fat female one and a slightly taller but thinner male, standing there looking around. But they have not spotted you at the moment from the looks of it. Matilda.
I'm still. I know I'm still fairly far from the ogre, not close enough to dash to him. So I'm just going to dash to him. And
All right.
Yeah, if I don't quite remember the exact distances. If that would take me into his attack range, I don't want to do it. But
No,
I don't
you-
think it does.
No. You're still like, I'd say, I mean, we don't really need to like do it exactly right, but like you'd be like 300 feet from him if you
Right,
dash.
then that's fine. That's fine.
So that's fine. Yeah, and he will also dash towards you. He will just shout something over his shoulder. like, "Oh, enemies! Fresh food!" or something along those lines, and they just continue dashing towards you while he's running and trampling down the grass around him. And he can move 80 feet, so he would be about 200 feet away from you at the end of this turn. Lyle.
I call everyone and tell us we need to go away and hide. We need to drag them into a trap. We won't win by rushing at them.
We don't have a trap.
Yeah, Matilda's just running at the ogre, longsword out.
If there's any way that we can back up, then the direwolves are going to find us anyway, so the ogre will. But maybe then the giants won't.
The direwolves might find us alone.
Yeah.
Also, but we need to save those people that are about to get cooked.
But if they're occupied by us,
roasted, not cooked, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
If they hunt us, they won't cook them.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
But Matilda is rushing.
Yes. What do you want to do, Lyle?
I will move my speed 25 a bit, splitting up from the group, and hold my action.
You're gonna do what?
Move a bit. Power horizontally, not towards the enemy.
All right, I see.
25 feet.
Okay.
Just to split up.
Okay.
And hold my action until I saw what Matilda will do.
Okay. Perrin.
So I'm guessing then, how far did you say? Not 120 feet, right?
The ogre.
Yeah.
The ogre's about 250 feet away from you.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh yeah. So no enemies in hex range, right? 90
I don't know what
feet.
hex range is, but
90 feet. So no. Shit. And the light crossbow is not enough. Not. So we're running right now.
I don't know. You're not running. The only one who's running is Matilda.
Then I'm gonna follow Matilda.
Okay. Dashing.
Yeah. Dashing. Yeah.
Okay. Clara, your turn.
So both of them are dashing toward the ogre?
Yes. Matilda and Perrin are both weapons out. Perrin with his rapier, Matilda with her longsword, running at the ogre. They're both about 200 feet away from the ogre at the moment.
Okay, so no way to attack. How far away did the direwolf sound?
Quite a bit off.
Okay. I'm going to follow them, and Mara is going to come with me, still stealthed.
Are you dashing, or are you just moving normally?
I am going to dash.
Okay. You're running with your short bow in hand. You can't catch up to those two because you have stayed behind at the start, so you're about 50 feet behind them, basically. But you're running up and leaving Lyle somewhere behind in the bushes or in the tall grass anyway. Okay, we have the female giant will look over towards you and say something to the male. Now she has spotted you, well, at least Matilda and Perrin, and she will reach over to the hill behind her and grab a giant boulder, and then grab a second one and just put them on her shoulders and start coming towards you, carrying those two giant chunks of rock on her shoulders. Matilda, your turn. What do you want to do?
Muted.
Thank you. I did not notice. Is there like tall grass that I could sort of like? They're in combat mode now. I know they're going to sort of come to us. That's good enough for now. So is there like tall grass that I could duck into to try to hide?
You can, certainly. There's plenty of tall grass everywhere. I mean, a lot of it is trampled down by the giants, but there you'll definitely find something within 25 feet of you.
Great. So I will try to get some cover and just say, let them come to us, Perrin. We got their attention.
Okay.
And with disadvantage, that's a 17 for stealth.
Not bad, yeah. You are gone from view for now. All of a sudden, just disappearing in the tall grass to your right, and like basically kneeling in the grass now. That was Matilda's turn. The male giant will just dash forward, leaping over the fire. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you held your action.
Yeah, and I will use it to get closer to the giant to dash.
You can't dash, but I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah. I know. I guess yeah.
To move closer.
Yeah,
I won't move.
That's right. Yeah, you can dash technically. Yeah. Anyway,
it's an action.
Yeah, exactly. The male giant just starts dashing towards you, running past the female giant, leaping over the fire with this massive tree trunk that he's carrying in his hand. You're just like shouting. His voice is like a thunder rolling in the distance, and he's pretty much naked. So you see all the dangly bits. That was his turn. The ogre will also now, especially because his friends are coming as well. Has this wide grin on his face, this wide stupid grin, like a child about to smash her some toys and enjoy it a lot. He's just running towards Perrin now, and he's only about 100 feet away at the end of the turn as he dashes forward through the grass. Lyle, your turn.
I will use my action to hide.
Okay.
And my movement to place myself. I'm a bit split up from both.
Yeah, you're to the left of the group, so to speak.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. Give me a stuff check. And Perrin, your turn.
26 plus 8, 34.
Yeah, I don't think the giants will spot you with a 34.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 10 feet up to the male giant. So I'm in 90 feet reach.
No. The ogre is 100 feet.
Oh, the ogre. I'm sorry.
The giant is still a fair bit off.
Okay, then I'm still gonna step up 10 feet and place my hex on the ogre.
Okay.
Disadvantage on strength saving throws.
Checks.
And then I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast against the ogre.
And you can shoot 2, I believe, at level 5.
Yes, I can shoot 2.
Okay, go for
it. So I'm probably weaving around my sword trying to cast Eldritch Blast.
Yep.
And that probably won't hit. That's a 11.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, okay.
It's an ogre. He's not wearing armor.
Okay, let's see if I can hit the second one.
And he's slow, so...
Okay, the second one is a 12, so I'm guessing both hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
Nice.
2 Eldritch Blasts come out of your blade, shooting the ogre, hitting him in the chest.
Okay, 2d10 then.
Don't forget your hex damage.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
Do I get hex damage 2 times then?
I
Yes.
believe you do,
I
yes.
believe
Yes.
so. Yeah.
Yes, we
Good.
do.
So then the first attack deals 11 damage. Oh no, the 5 damage plus hex. It's not a 6. Oh, it's 6 damage then. The
6
first,
damage,
and
okay, yeah.
second one is 13.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Okay, the ogre, the first one, he just shakes off without any problem. Second one hits, and you can see his flesh on his, like his skin going black. He looks quite angry now.
Yeah.
But he's been also quite badly hurt. Not badly, but
yeah,
he felt it. Okay, anything you'd like to do with your movement? Oh, you already stepped up a little. Okay.
Yeah, I can't move back anymore, right?
Yeah, you can if you want to. Sure. 15
use
feet left.
the rest of my 15 feet to move just back a bit.
Okay, you step in, take 2 shots at him, and
Yeah.
retreat back a little bit again, moving past Matilda, where Matilda is crouching in the tall grass.
Yeah.
Clara,
I'm behind everyone, so I'm not within like.
you're 150 feet away at the ogre at the moment. From the ogre at the
Oh,
moment.
only
I don't know
150.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
what the range on the short bow is, but you might be able to hit it.
It's 80, but it's 320 with
Yeah,
disadvantage.
then you can go for it. Yeah,
So I'm
and you
gonna
have no
take 2 shots.
disadvantage because you are a sharpshooter. You ignore.
Yeah, you're sharpshooter.
That's nice.
Oh wait,
Yeah, you
Oh,
can hit
yeah.
320.
Yeah, you can.
then I'm
It's
gonna
one of
take
the
2.
best feats.
It's amazing. I'm gonna take 2 shots at him, and not one of them will be with the sharpshooter feat.
Okay, go for it.
The second one will be.
Okay.
So the first is a 12.
Hits.
And
Oh,
the
that
second one's
misses.
an 8. Okay.
The ogre bats one of your arrows out of the air. Ugh. The second one strikes him in the shoulder and deals. Misses for 3.
And so that's 9 damage.
Okay, not bad. Sinks in deeply into his sort of slobbery muscle on his shoulder.
And
He's
I'm
fine.
using my movement to move 25 feet back.
Okay. The female giant is now also dashing forward, still carrying both of those rocks on her shoulder. The male. Oh, sorry, Matilda's turn.
Okay, how far away is the female giant?
Well, you can't see her at the moment because you're sort of hiding in the bushes. So you peeking out, you would say she would be about. Let me see. She dashed a good 350 feet or so.
Okay, that's fine. I kind of the ogre's going to close in pretty soon. I'm just going to take this time to cast Divine Favor, which I'll click the link or click the spell card thing.
Sure, yeah. Whispering the tenets of your oath of devotion, you empower it, and on yourself, your blade starts glowing with this shimmering golden light.
Quarterstaff, actually, not blade.
Oh, quarterstaff. That's right. Sorry. Yeah, your weapon is a quarterstaff.
So yeah, as long as I'm concentrating on that.
Okay. Excellent. Do you remain hidden?
Yes, yes.
All right. The male giant rushing up is now about 300 feet away from where most of you are. Well, where Perrin and Matilda are, really. Running closer with his massive feet. The ogre, injured but not broken, will continue running forward and dash one more time. And he's now only about 20 or so feet away from Perrin and Matilda, where Perrin and Matilda are at the moment.
Good.
Nice.
He's just running, swinging his club in the air. He also has a small bundle of javelins on his back, but he hasn't used them. You can see them now that he's close up, but he hasn't thought about using them yet. And we have Lyle.
I will approach. Can I move towards the ogre?
Into melee, no. You're
No.
about 100 feet away from the ogre. You haven't, Matilda and Perrin were both dashing 2 turns to get forward, so you're a good 100 feet.
One turn, yeah, late.
80 feet behind them or so. You're about 100 feet. Same as Clara, pretty much.
Yeah, I will move. I can move 82, so the ogre is 80 feet from me.
The ogre, yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in range of the short bow, and will use my short bow with Colossus Slayer, probably on one of the attacks.
Yes, that's when if he has lost health, right, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I took this one because the one I was thinking of giant killers, but I have stuff in fighters to in maneuver to deal with that. So
That's fine. Thank.
to attack.
Yep. 2 arrows fly through the air.
17 plus 8, 23.
Hits.
So 2d6 plus the d8.
Not 2d6 plus d8.
I know I can deal this only once per turn. 2 extra damage.
Yeah, but
on
why
one
is it
attack.
2d6? It's not 2d6, it's 1d6.
2 arrows.
Oh, you hit with both. I didn't catch. I only heard the
17
first.
twice.
Oh, okay. Then it's 2d6 plus 1d8 plus 10. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
5, 10, 20.
20 damage, okay. 2 arrows fly. One hits the ogre in the side of the head, ricochets off, but leaves like this massive gash on his face. And the other one hits him in the side of the neck. And stuck there. He's not looking good after
I
this.
wave a lot in his direction. Hey! I'm here! Can't catch me!
Perrin.
All right. So he's 20 feet from me. So
Yes.
I'm gonna go and try to walk up to the side of him,
Yep.
and then try to stab him in the ankle with my rapier.
You run up, using this moment of pain and shock as the ogre is hit by 2 arrows,
Yeah.
and stumbles a little. You run in and stab him.
Okay. That is a 19.
Yeah.
Good. What does my rapier actually do? The 8.
1d8.
Yeah. I get my hex damage.
Yep. There we
Yeah.
go.
That's 13.
Okay.
And my second attack.
Yeah, the ogre falls onto one knee as you cut through his leg. The leg not strong enough to hold him up anymore.
Second attack is an 11. So
That is just barely a hit, yeah.
nice. Good.
Big guy, no armor.
Yeah. That is 11 damage.
How do you want to finish him?
So I'm stabbing him in the ankle, and I'm guessing he falls
down to one knee,
falling
basically.
down. Yeah, and then I'll just try to stab him in the face with my rapier.
Through one of the eyes, into his tiny brain. You find it somehow in his skull, and your rapier out. There's blood like in the grass now, and he just and falls off to the side, unmoving.
Yeah. And no one else is in 90 feet range, right?
No.
Okay, good then.
But you are a fiend warlock, right?
Oh yes, that is correct. I'm
Yes,
Until you free
forgetting
hit
all my
points.
Temporary hit points.
I am forgetting all my stuff today. I'm sorry.
As you
Okay.
are drawing some of the life force of the ogre.
Nice. Good, good.
Clara.
No, it's not good. It's bad stuff.
Clara, your turn.
You did.
All right. As a quick refresher, what are the 2 giants doing at the moment?
They are both running towards you. The male, the one with the massive club, is about 50 feet in front of the female, but they're both a fair bit away from you. For you, it would be about 400 feet to the male and about 450 feet to the female.
Okay. Then I am going to dash forward.
Okay,
Yeah, because I can't attack either way.
that's fine.
And yeah. Well, how far would that get me near?
You can dash 50 feet.
Yeah, how far away though am I to like Matilda?
About, if you dash, Oh, actually, yeah. If you dash, you would get to them.
Okay, then I'm not going to dash. I'm going to move my normal movement, and which is 25, and then I'm going to hide.
Okay.
So should I do a stealth roll for that?
Yes, please.
And question, do I get the advantage? No, I don't think I do.
No, but you get +10.
Yes, exactly.
Which should probably be enough. Hill giants aren't the most sharp-eyed of creatures.
27.
Yeah, that should be good enough.
I don't know. It might not be. This could get.
Now, the female giant will dash in one more time. Now about 250 feet away from you. Matilda.
I was planning on running out and hitting the ogre.
Well, you could still do that, but he's not going to feel it.
I'm just gonna say, good work, Perrin. Is there? I don't know how feasible it is based on the terrain to like run forward, staying in cover, and trying to approach stealthily.
Yeah, you can. You can try if you want to.
All right, yeah, that's what I'm gonna attempt to do because I do want to get closer, but I don't want to get a rock thrown at my face.
Okay. Stealth check then, please.
Ooh, 11.
Yep.
Oh wait, I'm a halfling. I reroll that.
Oh yes, you're right. You can reroll one of those.
So it'll be the 14 then.
Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. 14 is good enough.
Halflings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Halflings indeed.
No one for the night.
The male is also dashing forward, just and he will reach down and rip out a boulder from the ground, not as big as the one that the female is carrying, which is holding it with one hand while he's running forward. The other hand still occupied with holding this massive tree trunk. He's about 200 feet away from you guys. Actually, a little closer to Clara because Clara has moved in a little. Sorry, not Clara, to Matilda. Okay. Lyle, your turn up once more.
I will move and hide.
Okay. With prairie dogs just popping up and disappearing back again in the tall grass.
Popping 2 arrows, hide. So 20.
Okay.
30.
No, 30. Yeah, that's. With a 30, he might spot you. We'll see. 20.
Yeah. 20, no, but
30.
30. Yeah.
That's like you above the maximum, so you're just starting at the bottom again. So it's like a 5.
That would be horrible.
Perrin.
Okay.
You're the only one out in the open at the moment. All your companions are like somewhere in the grass. You don't even know where they are because their stealth is so good.
Okay, I'm gonna look around, be like, "Thanks, Matilda," and try to stealth as well because
Sure.
I'm not gonna just stand there.
Sure.
See, oh, that's a 17.
That's good enough.
That's
And
with
better
the
than
top
mine.
end, right?
And Clara.
Okay, I have to ask like every turn, but are they within 320 yet or no?
Yes, they are both within 320 now.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out of hiding so I can attack, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm about 25 in distance at least from Lyle, so that I'm not drawing attention to him
Yeah.
in any sort of way. And then I'm going to take 2 shots off at the lady.
Okay.
And those are going to be one with sharpshooter and one with not.
Go for it. You ignore range penalties, so you can do that without any problems.
Okay, the first is a 15.
Hits. Just barely.
And the second misses.
Misses, yeah. One of them one flies past her, ricochets off one of the rocks that she's carrying. The other one hits her in the leg. She grunts a little. Yeah.
Okay, and that's 40.
Pretty much ignores it. Okay. we have now the female will move in, and now she finally can throw her rocks. And Clara, you're the only one out in the open, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So she will take one of the rocks and just fling it towards you. The rock, you see this massive thing, about 3 times the size of you, flying through the air, coming towards you, tumbling over, and your eyes go wide.
Is it long range?
Yeah, it is long range. Clara, you see it coming, and you leap to the side and just hits the ground next to you and stumbles past and just like smashes the grass around you. But you have avoided the hit thanks to the long range disadvantage. And the female is also moving closer, obviously, after the throw. The male is just running, continuing to run, like holding his rock in one hand, looking for targets. Oh, I believe the one with the lowest stealth was Matilda.
14.
Yeah, so Matilda, he does actually spot you as he's running. He's only about like 100, just over 100 feet away from you at the moment. And he will fling the rock at you.
Good AC at least.
You didn't even realize he saw you until you look up and you see him staring straight at you and the rock's already coming. That is still wrong range, however, that's still a 20. So
damn.
You see it, you raise your shield, and then the rock hits you. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Science.
Ooh, that's 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
I lose concentration on my spell.
Yeah, you totally do, as the rock just knocks you flat on your ass.
Yeah? You sure? Did half damage?
Yes.
Yeah, which means it would have been a 14 and I rolled a 9.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, didn't popped. Sorry.
Yep, you fall on your butt and pain just flows through your whole body. Your arm might be a little cracked from the impact. Your shield saves your head.
Not for long.
Oh, well, we'll see. Yeah, that was the giant's turn. Lyle.
So the male is occupied by Matilda. How far is the female from me?
About 200 feet. 250, actually. You're a bit back.
Yeah, but I'll still try to distract her and make her interested in us rather than going for Matilda.
Sure, if you want to.
So, nudge out through the disadvantage.
You pop out, take 2 shots at her?
Yep.
Okay.
One probably miss with 12, and the other is 21.
Yep, 1 misses, 1 hits.
So one with she got hit. So Colossal Slayer.
Yes, is in effect.
And 10 plus 10, 20. Plus 5, 15. 1 arrow. 15.
Okay. The arrow disappears pretty much inside of her arm. The whole arrow just in the flesh. She shakes her arm and then looks over at you angrily and takes a second boulder. Perrin.
So I'm gonna move a bit closer to the male giant.
Okay.
And then use my bonus action to move my axe onto him.
What's the range of axe?
90 feet.
Yeah, you can just about get that much if you move all the way to him.
All right, and then I'm gonna use my action to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So I'm taking my sword to the side and just casting it out of my hand.
Okay.
The first attack is a 18.
Hits.
Okay, let's the second. Then also it's That's a 21.
The male's not wearing any armor, as I said.
No.
He's basically naked. The female is wearing some sort of like makeshift fur armor that she's just like tied with primitive sort of ropes and leather bands and such.
Yeah. That's both attacks together is 20 damage.
Okay. You now have his attention.
Yeah. Also, he has a disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Of course. Okay. That was Parent's turn. Clara.
Okay, first of all, I'm sending Mara like 30 feet away from me so that she's still stealthed. She's not going to get hit because I saw how much damage that did. I'm also glancing over at my fellow ranger, and I'm making sure I'm about 25 feet from him.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty much at all times. And then I'm going to pop off 2 more shots, 1 normal and 1 with sharpshooter at the lady giant.
The lady giant, okay.
So it's 11 and 14.
They both miss.
Okay.
One of them hits, but is stuck in the armor. The other one flies past her. She ignores those pesky arrows like flies buzzing around her head. Okay. Now, Lyle, give me a quick perception check.
20 plus 28.
You hear
20.
Movement in the bushes to your left, turn around and see a direwolf's head appearing, staring straight at you, giving you a snarl and then jumping out at you.
Okay.
But you manage to avoid its charging attack and leap to the side as the jaw closes around air.
I will use my riposte to hit him as a reaction.
Actually, you don't have a weapon drawn, so you can't. You have your short bow out.
Oh yeah, my short bow.
So, and you can't use that for melee attacks.
Improvised weapon? Okay.
Perrin. Oh, sorry, no, my bad.
No,
not Perrin's turn. The giants. Well, the female giant will run up further, and she is now chucking another rock at Clara. Oh, actually, no, not at Clara. Who hurt her?
Harder.
Did I get skipped?
I hit harder.
No, you're after one of the giants. The female giant has higher initiative than you.
Oh, okay. So they're on different initiatives then.
Yes.
That makes more sense. I thought they were going twice.
No. You're right, actually. Lyle, you did hurt her. So she will chuck a rock at you.
And the wolf.
That is with disadvantage. That is a miss. The rock flies past both you and the wolf. The wolf just like ducks down, and you as well, as the rock flies overhead, smashes into the grass to your left somewhere.
I look at the wolf and say, woof, close one.
Yeah, the wolf's thinking the same thing. Okay, then Matilda, your turn.
Great. I'm going to first use all of my lay on hands on myself for 25 hit points.
Go for it, yep.
So I'm looking pretty healthy again.
Yes.
Then I'm just going to move out. And I'm going to, as a bonus action, I can click the thing. Because I have this. Where are you?
What do you want to do?
Cast Sanctuary on myself. And shout at the giants, just a challenge. Come get some. I'll take you on.
Are you moving closer to the... Is that a bonus action? Yeah, it is a bonus action.
It is.
Are you moving closer to the giant?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, the giant is actually completely ignoring you because he was hurt by this pesky little rapier halfling. that's standing right in his path, and he's just dashing up to you and reaching up, and he's now standing right in front of you, basically, but he cannot attack. He used his action to dash. Just like now towering way above you. He's like 10 times your size and probably like 30 times your bulk or so, and is raising this giant, well, tree trunk up over his head to smash you to bits.
He didn't happen to pass by with an attack of opportunity range, would he?
Well, technically, yes, but if you do that, then your Chancellor is gone. Isn't that right?
Oh, you're right. Thank you. I forgot about that.
You can do it if you want to. He's running straight
I
past you.
almost completely wasted a first level spell there.
Okay, so you just
Not a good.
he
I don't
basically
use
leaps
sanctuary
over you,
around.
ignoring you, leaps over you, and just runs up to Perrin, getting ready to smash him. But it is not. He doesn't have enough actions for that. Lyle, your turn. The direwolf is snarling straight at you, right in your face.
Taking my sword out.
Both swords or just one?
Both.
Okay.
And
Dropping
I drop it. It's on the ground.
Yep.
And that's a bonus to draw.
No, I'd give it to you for free.
Okay.
Actually, to draw 2 weapons,
I'm proficient.
let's say it's a bonus action.
Yeah, but I'm proficient with 2-weapon fighting.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll give it for free. Sure, if you have 2-weapon fighting, sure.
And so 3 attacks.
Get for it.
So
This arrow a little older than the other one, with a nasty scar like running over one of its eyes.
yeah, I probably will get another one because 24, 22, and 17.
They all 3 hit. Nice. Running up on
2, 3.
storm of blades.
I will use Colossus Slayer on the second attack.
Yeah.
Because the first one will damage him.
Yeah.
So 5, 4, 9, 10, 14, plus 15, 29.
Okay. Yeah, this wolf does not look good as you just dance around him and give him 3 massive cuts into his flesh. He's starting to stumble already.
And I yell to Clara, focus the giant.
Okay. Perrin, you have a giant lumbering up to you and standing right above you now.
This might be a total waste of a spell, but I'm gonna Misty Step 10 feet above him.
Above?
And try to plunge down onto him.
Awesome. Okay.
Nice.
Climb the giant, climb the giant.
He's just like staring down, and you just see like the back of his head as you appear. Actually, how much can you move? 30 feet? With
50 feet.
Oh, 50 feet.
Yeah.
That's that's definitely good enough. As you just like above him and land down, stabbing down. I will give you advantage.
I miss. It's 30. I'm sorry.
30 feet. Okay, the giant would be about 20 feet high.
Yeah.
So, or maybe slightly below that. So you still have enough. So you
good.
appear in the air above him. He's just like bending forward, looking downwards, and you basically are flying now, landing on his head and just cutting down while you're missing. Or do you want to land like on him? Do you want to try?
I want to land on him.
Okay, cool. Give me a acrobatics or athletics check, whichever you prefer.
I mean, they're both exactly the same for me, so yeah. I'm gonna do one of the checks. That is a 18.
Yeah, that's good enough. You land and grab his ear, and are like dangling from his ear and land on his shoulder, basically, while you're stabbing with your rapier.
Yeah.
Landing on the shoulder of giants.
So yeah, now I'm gonna try to stab him.
I will give you advantage on the attacks.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. That's 26.
Yeah, you stab him in the cheek, like in the rapier going into his mouth. He's just, and now realizing where you are, this massive eye right next to you is staring into your face. The eye is nearly, well, it's bigger than your head, basically. It's like the size of half your body.
Jesus, what's all the ones? That's 9 damage for the first attack.
Okay.
Ah, nice. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Because I got to have the advantage. Oh, was that only for the first attack?
No, for both.
Okay, good. And that's... Then I get the hex. Do I do all the hex damage twice with the...
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Roll all damage. All damage dice.
14 damage.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, you stab him in this deep in the mouth, hit his tongue or something else, and rip your rapier out. There's now blood pouring out of his mouth. He's staring at you like super close up with this massive eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was Perrin's turn. Clara, your turn.
All right, the first thing I'm going to do is glance over toward the newest nearby target, but when Lyle tells me focus on the ogre or the giants, I'm going to go step forward, and I'm within range of the male giant, right?
Yes, the male giant's about 100 feet away from you or so. Or no, actually, no, he dashed, so he'd be about maybe 50, 60 feet away from you, so not that far.
And how far away is the lady?
She would be about 120, 130 feet, something like that.
Okay, I am backing the heck up away from that male ogre or giant. I don't want to be near him.
Okay.
So I'm backing up 25 feet, and then I'm going to be loosing 2 arrows once again.
To the male one?
And then, yes, to the male one, because I'm noticing that I'm not doing anything to the lady. So I'm going to hope that him without his armor, a little bit more luck.
Yeah.
Normal shot and then sharpshooter shot.
Okay.
And both of them 9
They
and a
both
5.
miss. Like, one of them nearly hits a Perrin. As the arrow just like flies past your head.
I give like the world's most nervous chuckle. Okay. And
Okay, the direwolf will leap out of its tormentor, trying to rip Lyle's face off. Oh yeah, that's a hit.
How many?
How many what?
How many? How much? Because I can parry it.
Do I have to tell you that? Because usually these abilities work like if you get hit, you say, okay, I want to try it.
Yeah, I want to
Unless it's
try.
specifically say in the ability that you get to know what the role is, you don't usually get to know.
No. Yeah. So I will try, but I gain a lot because I add my dexterity modifier. So 1d8 plus 5.
What? 1d8 plus 5? How often can you do that?
4 times per short rest. It's a maneuvers.
Oh, right. It's like
Parrying.
the Battle Master thing. Right.
Yeah, it's parrying.
Okay. Isn't that subtracting that from the damage though? You're sure that's that adds to your armor class? Because for the Battle Master,
Yeah, it's damage.
yeah,
it's
I thought
damage.
so. Because that's
I've
what makes the Battle Master.
I've changed thing and it was.
Yeah, that would be insane otherwise. So like,
Yeah.
you never get hit. But anyway, yeah, you can try that. It would be 11 points of piercing damage from the direwolf.
Yeah, I can negate that.
Yeah.
So 6. 5.
Okay, so you take 5 damage and also give me a strength saving throw. I believe you're proficient with that.
Yep. 19.
Yeah, you stay on your feet. The direwolf tackles you, bites you a little in the arm, but you manage to slam the heft of one of your short swords against the side of his head so that he can't really grab you full on with the teeth. And as he shakes you and tries to throw you to the ground, you wiggle your way out and push him off. That was the direwolf's turn. The female giant will move closer now. And yeah, she will dash. And she is dashing towards Matilda.
Good.
I hit her more.
She's not far away. She's only like 40 feet or so away from you at the moment now. Running towards you, just her hand stretched out towards you. this massive grin on her face, tongue sort of hanging out on one side. Matilda, your turn.
So Sanctuary was a mistake. It's not working. Perrin's got his attention. I'm not getting it back. And so screw that. Instead, just wasting all my spell slots, I'm going to command the female giant to flee. So if it fails a DC 14 wisdom save,
Oh, nice.
spends its next turn running away from me as fast as it can.
Oh, that could be. That's close. The 14 you said?
Yes.
A wisdom save, -1. Yeah, that is a fail. She stops.
Nice.
Her eyes go wide. Freezes in the middle of the move as she's like hands stretched towards you.
And then I'm just going to walk up to the big giant guy within range of him.
Yep. Okay. And he is now his turn. He will try to grab Perrin off his shoulder. So Perrin, give me a acrobatics or athletics check.
All right. Also, remember he has disadvantage on
I know.
strength stuff. Okay, I was just. That's a 15.
That is not good enough, I'm afraid. He grabs you, looks down on you, and then just like throws you through the air. And
Giant.
he doesn't throw you far. He just smacks you down onto the ground, basically.
Yeah.
Full speed, like I don't even know, something you smack into the ground real hard to break it.
Like a flying halfling.
Yeah, like a flying halfling.
The birthday cake.
Give me a acrobatics check, please.
Another one? Okay.
Yeah, well, to see if you can sort of land more or less.
Yeah, 9.
Nope, I'm afraid not. Okay, you take 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
Thank God for that rampage field.
Onto the ground to the giant's feet. And he just and starts raising one of his legs to stomp you. But that was his turn. Lyle. Still have a direwolf next to you.
Yeah, direwolf will take the sword.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 attacks. ///. So we have a nat 20, 16 plus 8, so 24, and 17.
Okay, how do you want to kill the direwolf?
I will cut his song out, and with one swing, the other will slash on top of his previous car,
Okay.
and the third one is in the throat.
Okay, you leap forward, you cut off the tip of his tongue, you just rears back, you slash him through the face, over his eye, taking out the eye, and as he stumbles even more further backwards, exposing his throat, you just jam the short sword into the throat, and it comes out at the top, and the direwolf slumps down, direwolf blood is now all over you as you rip out the blade and leap backwards. The direwolf just bleeding out on the ground.
So how far is the lady?
The lady giant from you is about 70, 80 feet, something like that.
How hurt does the male look like?
I mean, he's taken some damage, but he looks all right.
Yeah, it's big.
It's a giant, yeah.
Yeah. But they don't have rocks anymore. I will move towards the giant. The male.
male one. Okay. Excellent. Perrin. You're prone on the ground. The giant's foot is coming down on you.
So I have a potion of healing, and I would want to drink that.
Okay, so you'll jump up, chugging the potion of healing,
Yeah.
leaping to the side. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Go for it.
And that's part of the movement, right? Or is it bonus?
No, it's an action.
Oh, it's an action. Okay, then.
One more time. Only Matt Mercer does it as a bonus action. Official rules, potion is an action.
I'm sorry. I'm just very used to bonus action
I
potions.
know.
Okay, then yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Staring up at the giant. Sort of. Okay. Roll me 2d4 plus 2. And Clara, your turn.
All right, I am going to continue not so subtly backing away from the male giant who's closer.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fire off 2 shots, neither with the sharpshooter feat now because all my arrows are missing.
Yes.
Yeah. And also that's 9 points healed. Just
Okay.
You know.
Well, there you go. The sharpshooter is that was the thing holding you back. That's a natural 20 and a 18, so 2 arrows hit, which means you roll 3d6 plus 6.
$13 damage.
13 damage, nice, not bad. Could have been better, but still.
I did damage, and I actually hit.
That is true. 2 arrows strike the giant in the side. He looks down, like hesitating for a moment as he's about to stomp down on Perrin. Anything else? Ah, you backed away. That's right. The female giant will now run away. And that's only for 1 turn, right?
Yes, that's her next turn is spent.
Turns and runs and then stops at the end of her turn, like confused, and then turns around and looks at Matilda. Looks super angry.
Wave.
And rips out the large chunk of ground, basically holding it above her head now. That was her turn. Matilda, your turn.
So I'm going to run around the male giant so that he's between me and the rock.
Okay, that's a clever move.
And because I have the polearm master feat, I can attack him 3 times here.
Oh yeah, interesting. Yes, you can. 2 times, and then with the butt as well, so to speak. Although it's quarterstaff. That is a miss, I'm afraid. That is also a miss, I'm afraid. And the second
I did it once, so screw it. I'm going to do my Divine Smite too. That's 2d8. I got to redeem this turn.
Yep.
My last first level spell slot.
Channel the light energy.
Nice.
And that is total of 18 points. Okay. Okay, the first 2 just bounce off its hide, and then you just get angry and channel the power of your oath, smash it into his leg, and he just looks down now, puts this other leg down that he was trying to use to stomp down on Perrin, I mean. And you now have his attention as he will bring down his massive tree trunk twice onto your head, Matilda.
Oh man. Hope my AC saves me.
We will see. Yeah, once. But only once.
That might be good enough.
Yeah, well, you won't die, don't worry. Not from 1 hit. The first one, you manage to jump to the side and parry it. And the second one just smacks down into you, pushing you into the ground, like several inches, basically. That is 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm not looking so hot.
You're still standing, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay. That was the giant's turn. Lyle, your turn. You have finished off the direwolf. You're looking around. You see one giant fighting 2 of your companions, and the female standing a fair bit off, like raising her massive, piece of ground over her head.
Can I reach the giant?
In melee, no.
No.
If you dash, even with a dash, you wouldn't quite get there. You'd be very close, but you wouldn't get there.
I'm going to move and hide.
Okay. Are you moving towards the giant or away from him?
Yeah, towards the male giant.
Okay. Perrin.
26.
That's good enough.
I am going to... I'm going to throw my Alchemist Fire at the giant.
Oh, interesting. Go for it. That is a ranged attack.
Yes.
So you roll, and you're not proficient with that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just
So-
a modifier.
I still think that hits. That's a 23.
What the hell is your dexterity modifier?
Dexterity is +4, and I rolled a 19.
Excellent. Yeah, that definitely hits. Yeah, you smack it into the giant's stomach, and it just starts running down the side of his rib cage and burning his skin. So you will take 1d4 damage now every turn, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
It's starting to burn. Okay.
Would I count hex to that?
No.
Okay.
I think hex only works with attacks, and that's not really an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just wanted to make sure.
If you hurt him by throwing the vial, maybe, but
yeah. That was your turn, Perrin, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, Clara.
All right, I'm gonna do the same thing as last time.
Shooting the male giant.
Yep.
Okay.
$23 and an 18.
2 hits, yeah. So that's 2d6 plus 6.
And that's 18 damage.
Wow. Nice. Okay, the giant is starting to look rough now. The 2 arrows strike into him, both of them finding his face and forehead, sticking out. Blood's now running into his eyes. He's starting to stumble around with white blood over his face, and he's looking hurt now for the first time. Shaking his head, trying to clear its face from the blood that's running into his eyes. And it is now the female giant's turn. The female giant will run forward and fling the boulder thing that is carrying at Matilda. He's still very angry at you.
Hopefully I have cover.
You have cover, yes. Oh, and the boulder just flies 10 feet and then falls into the ground. As it must have the giant.
She doesn't want to.
She sort of slipped as she threw it. It just stumbles in through the air twice and then hits the ground. And she just looks frustrated. But she's also very close. Well, not very close, but closing in. Matilda.
If she's gotten closer, is she within 30 feet of the male giant?
No, she's about still a good 60 feet or so away.
Yeah, that would have changed my action here. I just need to drop this big guy. So I'm just going to attack him 3 times again.
Okay, go for it.
That's going to get... I didn't roll my D6 again. Yeah. So I will roll the additional crit.
Oh, natural 20, nice.
Yeah, which means I'm also doing my 2nd level Divine Smite on this.
Of course.
Got your ass. That will be 68. So...
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why paladins are overpowered.
Yeah.
Yes. So 8, 13, 42 damage with the first hit.
Okay. How do you want to kill this giant?
Holy shit.
Yeah, so... mostly because of the divine damage, there's just a big, concussive thing, and it just knocks him back in 10 feet or something, and he goes flying way farther than a halfling should be able to send him flying.
All right, you break his leg basically with the first strike. As he stumbles forward, you strike him in the face as his face is coming down, and he actually is flung backwards. And the burning, broken face, broken leg corpse just lands there next to you.
And I no longer have cover, so...
You have cover. And the female just says, Morg!
So I'm going to... I can't close in an attack anymore, so I'm just going to say, we should fall back and regroup, and I'm going to use my bonus action to cast a 2nd level Sanctuary on myself, which changes nothing. It just lets me cast it, and turn and run away.
Okay. Fair enough. That was Matilda's turn. Well, Morg is dead. Still burning, but dead. Lyle, your turn.
No, I'm going to shout, it's too late, the hunt is on. We need to get her. And
we can get her after our rest.
Yeah, she's going to wait nicely 1 hour and wait. I'm going to move and shot 2 arrows at her.
Moving towards her.
Yep,
Okay.
should be in range.
Of short range, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no disadvantage. So that's a 1 that gets rerolled.
That is true. Damn halflings.
18 and 27.
They both hit.
So 2
She's
plus.
already wounded, so you can use Colossus Slayer.
Yeah.
Once at least.
So 4, 9, 15 plus 10, 25.
Not bad. 2 arrows materialize, one in her shoulder, one in her leg. She's really pissed.
Hey!
Karen.
Okay, my hex is sadly gone. I rolled.
Yes, the concentration.
Yeah. But how far am I for her? Can I? She's probably further than 25 feet, right?
Yes, she's about like 60, 70 feet away.
Okay, then I'm gonna take just my 25 feet of movement and cast Eldritch Blast in her direction.
Okay, 25 feet away from her?
Into her direction.
Okay.
The first one should probably hit. That's a 22.
Yeah.
And the second one is a natural 20.
Wow. Okay.
What's going on today? Anyway, okay, that's
We're halflings. We're lucky.
Yeah.
yeah. That's so 3d10. Wait, what's my d10? Yeah. That is 16 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, she looks kind of pissed at you now. As the 2 Eldritch Blast hit her in her in the face. Clara.
All right. How damaged does everybody look on our side?
I think Perrin and Matilda look kind of damaged.
I'm not looking too good.
I'm okay right now. Like,
But I'm protected by magic too.
Okay, sounds good. Then I'm just gonna continue backing up, and I'm going to fire off 2 normal shots at the
Okay.
woman. And a 13, and then a nat 20.
Okay, cool. That would be 3d6 plus 9.
I love
That's
this.
25 damage.
Yes.
Wow.
Halflings.
Yeah, she's starting to look a little rough now. As another perfectly aimed shot takes her straight in the center of the nose. She's trying to get to the arrow, but just succeeds in pushing it deeper in. And it is now her turn. She will really angrily just run at Perrin, basically, who foolishly moved closer and swing both her fists down against you. Because you're the only one in range.
yeah. Now I would really like it.
What is your armor class? 17?
17 right
That
now.
misses. First one misses. And the second one's a nat 20.
Oh,
That's not good.
Bye bye.
You're not the only one who can roll nat 20s.
Yeah.
That is 23 points of bludgeon damage.
Ow. Good thing I drank that healing potion.
Still standing?
And kill the
sure-
orc.
I exactly have the points left that I got from the healing potion.
Okay, so she grabs you, you jump to the side, but the second one takes you straight in the face as she just flings you, and you just feel this tearing sensation as your neck is nearly broken from the punch. Stumble backwards, bleeding like from mouth and nose, and that's gonna bruise a lot.
Mm.
Mario, your face will be purple.
And
Alive.
you're lucky for the temp HP from the orcs.
Oh yeah, but that's already gone.
And that was her turn. Matilda.
So how far away are they from me? I want to move 25 feet towards them first.
if you move 20, you moved backwards last turn, right?
Yes,
So
I did. I'm moving back to where I was previously.
30, 35 feet away from them. If you move 25 feet.
Damn it. Then I'm just gonna dash up and say, "Get out of here, Perrin."
Okay. Running up to Perrin, nearly
I'm
reaching.
still sanctuary, and I haven't gotten rid of it yet.
Yep, that is
So
true.
if he gets out of here, it might help.
How far away from them am I?
You're about maybe 40 feet or so off. So if you dash, you would get there.
Yeah, but I won't dash. I will move and pop 2 shots to try to grab her attention because I've hit her quite a bit.
You have.
So 20 and 26.
Both hit.
And Colossus Slayer as usual.
Of course.
4, 6 plus 10, 16.
Oh, okay. Less than expected.
2, 2, 2, 2.
Okay. Yeah, another 2 more arrows find her mark. She's now looking like a pincushion, slowly but surely. But she's still standing. Perrin.
Okay, can I move to her back without provoking attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Okay, then I would like to move around her and try to stab her in the Achilles heel with my rapier.
Yeah. 10 roll. Yeah, Achilles 10.
Damn it, Perrin, don't be a hero.
That's a that's a 12.
Nope.
Yeah, I guess as much. The
The
second
rapier glides off her thick skin.
second attack is a 21.
That hits.
Nice. Why am I rolling so many damage ones? That's 5 points of damage.
Okay. Clara.
All right. I've been backing up for the last 2 turns. So about how far do you think I am from them?
You would be about 150 feet away from her.
Damn. Okay.
125, something like
I'm
that.
gonna start moving toward them when I see what happened to Perrin, and then I'm going to fire off 2 more shots because that's the best way I can be helpful right now.
That is true. You might even be able to kill her with these shots. We'll see. Just straight up normal shots?
Yeah, straight up normal shots. I've learned my lesson.
Do not throw away your
13 and a 15.
The 13 misses, the 15 does hit.
Yes.
1 arrow stuck in her hide armor, the second one piercing her flesh. 9 points.
Damage.
She is still standing. Okay, and with that is her turn, and she will stomp on Perrin.
Oh,
That is a 18. Yes, that hits.
yeah. Bye-bye.
That is 13 points.
Yeah, I'm down.
Perrin is stomped and on the ground now, flat, in a small hole, basically. Like a crevasse that was opened up by the giant stomp. And then as she sees that Perrin's no longer moving, she turns to, I believe, Matilda, you're the closest one.
Yes.
And she has to roll a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes. DC 14.
Okay. She fails, so but she can attack someone else, right? If she fails.
Yes, she can choose a new target.
So she will move towards Lyle and kick him.
Yep.
And that is another natural 20.
I will parry this.
Good idea.
Seems like a
You sure you want to parry this? It's probably not going to be that much damage.
Nah.
Oh my.
Oh, God.
So that's 31 points.
Mm.
I would be still alive and parry -6.
Okay, so 25. As she smacks you, you fly through the air backwards, land on your feet somehow, and you're kind of out of breath. Somehow manage to like this sort of parry the attack flung backwards. That was her turn, however. And we have Matilda.
She's within movement range, right?
Yeah, she would be about 20
This
feet or something.
bitch is going down. So I don't think a 13 hits. So
No, 13 misses. Okay. Any smites? No?
I'm out of spells.
Oh, it's too bad. She stumbles, falls onto one knee as you smack her in the back multiple times, starts to fall, but somehow managed to right herself, pushing herself off the ground.
You are going down.
And Lyle's turn.
Hack.
Both short sword out. Go for it.
So that was a 9. So 10 is a miss. 12 is a miss, but 16 and 17 hits.
How many attacks did you just do?
3.
Oh, okay.
I have
5 or something.
16, 9, and 4 rolled.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, it sounded like you did 5 attacks or something. Yeah, that 2 hits. Yeah.
2 hits plus Colossus Slayer.
Indeed.
Plus 10 for my dex. That's a 6. That's a 10. That's a 13. That's 23.
How do you want to finish her?
Sliding her ankle to make her drop on the knee. And climbing, jumping on her knee, and slicing her throat.
Okay, nice. She tries to grab you, but you slash through her hand. Actually, chop one finger off. The hand backwards, and you land on her, on her chest, which is quite substantial. She's a hill giant after all. And then grab hold onto that fur armor and through this massive chest, through the massive throat. And she falls backwards with you still standing on her. Matilda leaps to the side to avoid being buried underneath. And the second hill giant lying slain. And with combat is over, and you are victorious.
We need to heal Perrin.
I have stuff for that.
Roll me a
now
destiny
that combat's over, I'm running with Mara
Thanks,
over
so,
to
yeah.
them.
That's one failed death bonus, though.
Okay. So, Clara, you're running closer, but it will take you a while to get there.
I
Matilda.
can attempt a medicine check to stop
You
to
can,
stabilize
yes.
him, right?
You can.
Yes!
Oh, natural 20. You gotta be
What?
I think that gets it to 1 HP.
Sure. With the last little bit of divine power that is somehow remaining deep within you, you reach out, you put your hand out onto Perrin's brow, and despite feeling the infernal energy within him, you know that he's trying to do better, and you give him this last little spark of divine light, and his eyes open, and he sits up.
Oh, God. Thank you. Are they dead?
Nope.
What?
Come back, jump out!
I look around, I probably see them dead and be like, oh.
Yeah, there's giants are very hard to miss, even dead ones.
Oh, dear God. Thank you. And I'm going to take out my other healing potion and drink it.
Sure.
I will hand him a poultice that I've made.
Okay.
And he can spend 1 minute to apply it to heal 3d6.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to sit there and apply it.
Just all the parts of your body that hurt, which is pretty much all the parts of your body. Because you got hit by you were stomped on by giants.
Yeah.
Listen, Perrin, when I tell you to get behind me, you really should.
She was so close. I just wanted to finish this job.
Yeah, it's all good.
And also, I already rolled for that. That would be 11 points.
Excellent. And with that Mara arrives with Mara, who's just been hiding in the grass the whole fight.
The whole time, yeah, just terrified little weasel.
I jumped on her and hugged her. And you did a great job. You killed the hawk. Great. You did great. You did great.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
It's all over. Is everybody okay? Like, is there any more?
I'm
You know,
fine saying
We
half.
should probably get out of here just in case.
Yeah, looking over at the cave, you actually do see movement. No, just kidding.
Third
Well,
giant.
there's still those people that
The
were
fire
supposed to be
giant steps out of the cave.
storm giant.
Well, the cave's leveling up while you're talking.
Well, we did our best, but we got to get out of here at this town.
No,
we took care of two. No, okay. So let's just in case there's more wolves or ogres around, let's go get those people and get back to town really quick.
Okay.
And I think that Lila, you wanted one of those pelts, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm cutting the tooth of both giant. Because
you cutting. Sorry, would you say cut? You cutting what?
their tooth.
Oh, okay.
Too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's what you get when you kill giant, for what I've learned in Skyrim.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So two large, half-fouled,
Mm.
disgusting teeth with like bits and pieces of like half-rotten flesh stuck to it.
No, I think he meant toes, not
Toes.
teeth.
Oh,
I
toes.
can't.
Oh,
Toes.
I-
I can't speak English.
I thought you said teeth. Sorry.
No.
Toes. Yeah, that's nearly worse. So it's
Yeah.
two disgustingly smelling toes. I mean, giant feet are probably not the nicest smelling thing in the
I mean,
world.
at least the flesh on the teeth was probably human flesh, so it's
Yeah.
probably better to get the toes.
So
Yeah,
they-
that's true.
at least we can now
And-
show that. Yeah.
And they were walking barefoot.
Yes.
So it's in the open, it's washed, it's dirty, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's
But,
not
like-
in a leather boot for 8 hours a day.
Yeah. At least
So,
we
yeah.
can prove to that guy back in town that we did kill the giant.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on the people who are tied up.
Yeah. You see two men, a young, like teenage boy who's sadly dead, has expired sometime during the last, 24 hours or so, and a barely living man in his maybe mid 30s or late 30s or so, completely terrified and barely able to open his eyes, but he is alive.
I untie him and then also the dead one. And can you walk?
Gosh, please don't hurt me. I don't want to be eaten.
Do I look like a giant?
He's just sort of on the
The
ground,
opposite.
hugging himself and just like shaking. He's too traumatized to really perceive much at the moment, I'm afraid.
Also walking over there, changing my weapon into a quarterstaff and using it as the walking stick. And yeah, you can
Okay,
do something
Give
fun.
me a persuasion check real quick with disadvantage.
At least I have
Actually,
good
you're both
charisma.
helping together, so it will be just a straight up persuasion check.
15.
15. Yeah, okay. You managed to, after several minutes, you managed to make him realize that you're not a giant or not giants. And he's still very weak, but he managed to pull himself up. And with your help and the walking stick that Perrin has created out of nowhere, he manages to slowly move back towards the village. And he introduces himself as Klaus Morgensen. One of the-
Klaus,
And
you said?
What?
You said Klaus?
Yes, Klaus Morgensen. He's
Okay.
one of the members of the Morgensen family whose farm was destroyed.
Oh.
The last
Well,
remaining member.
while they do that, I'm going to clasp Lyle on the shoulder with a quick cure wounds and then do the same for Klaus.
All
Just to
right,
Make sure they're doing okay.
excellent.
I'm going to do my best as a strong but small creature to carry the dead body.
Yeah, you can do that. Your strength is what is your strength?
14.
Yeah, that's good enough. It's a teenager. He's not very you're probably heavier than him, honestly, with your muscles and stuff and your armor. So you'll have to like carry him over your shoulders. It'll be a bit uncomfortable, but you can make it. However, night is falling soon now, so you won't make it before nightfall.
We could camp here.
I mean, you have about an hour before day, so you could like walk back to the river or something like that.
Let's get to the river at least, so we have water.
The smell would be better by the river.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, and you return to the river and helping Klaus walking back, and spend the night at the river without hearing any troublesome noises, any other monsters. The giants must have scared off, if there was any other creatures, the giants must have scared them off. And you managed to return to the village around late morning on the next day.
I wanted to take some time to take the fur off one of the dire wolf.
Okay, yeah, you can hang back a little if you want to. I mean, you are a skilled hunter, so you wouldn't take it too much off, especially because you don't need that much fur for yourself. You're after all.
It's a proof too.
Yeah, quick cuts. And yeah, and as you're returning to the village, you can see one of the guards like, they're back! They're back! And then the
I wanted to do something before we come in.
Oh, okay. What do you want to do?
We're halflings, we do jokes and stuff like this. Do we make them believe barely anyone survived?
Nah,
What?
I
think they've suffered enough.
Yeah, but I think what we can do is we need to figure something out to tell that mayor's kid. He told us he'll do whatever we want when we come back.
I know. I can try to sneak into the village without you say them that you managed to free the prisoners and run away, and I will drop the toes of the giants in front of him.
Do you really think that's necessary? I'd rather not spend any more time outside the village if I don't have to.
Yeah, and I'm not telling that guy I ran away from the giants. I killed one.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, I got nearly killed by a giant, but still, let's not.
Okay.
Yeah, they questioned our bravery. We should.
Okay.
Let's just make him embarrass himself.
As soon as we enter the village, I want to do something.
Yeah, as you are approaching the village, one of the guards shouts, "They're back! They have someone with them. I think it's Klaus." And then the doors open. You can see about a group, about 20, and then 30, then 40, 50 people start coming towards you and just shouting questions like, "What's going on? Where are the giants? Is that Klaus? What happened?" And so on, just like bombarding you with questions and starting to surround you. Men, and some women.
I want to see if I can see the redhead.
Yes, Rob, the mayor's son. Yeah, he's in the crowd, like hanging back though, with a weird expression in his face. As if he isn't quite sure if he should be happy or not.
I'm going to be a halfling and sneak through the legs of everybody.
Give me a stealth check with disadvantage because you're very much in the focus of
No, it's not sneaking, it's going through, just passing through.
Right. Okay.
Sneaking because I'm a halfling, but it's still tall. I need to crouch a bit and I will drop the giant two and the pelt in front of him.
Okay. He looks down and
says,
what is that? That smells awful. I
want to play again with the small fox?
You killed him. You really did. He's just holding.
No. I found a toe in the middle of the river.
Really?
I'm also going to walk up to Rob because, as the mayor's son, he's the one who would probably know the most, and just ask, "Do you know who this one is?" He didn't make it. I want to get him to his family.
Oh, yeah. I remember him. That's Lucas. He's one of the was one of the farmhands at the Morganson farm. Ugh, those things, they're like, ugh. Can you get them off? away. They stink. Ugh.
You need to get outside more.
What? What are you talking about? I'm a farmer.
How can it be worse than manure?
Now people are surrounding you, clapping on your hands, and several of them are carrying Klaus away, who just like gives you a wave. Oh, thank you. And as he is pulled off to take him to the healer, and Marek the hunter shows up with a very muscular bearded fella who's walking with a stick and like heavily bandaged, and steps up, and Marek's like, "You made it. The giants are dead. Really, both of them."
Yes, and the ogre's dead as well.
An ogre? I
Yeah.
didn't know anything about an ogre.
He helped them out. He was their housekeeper, I guess.
We
Right.
killed the
Yeah,
wrong giants.
Well, the main thing is that they're dead. And
Yeah.
this is Olaf. He's the blacksmith. The guy just gives you a nod and says, we're all deep in your debt. We tried to take them down, but they're too big and too strong. I can't believe that you took them out. I guess size doesn't matter in combat, does it?
Yeah. To be honest, I did nearly die, but yes, it was a hard fight, but we did manage to win. We're glad that we could help.
We got something in common then, boy. I mean...
Yeah, I'm also probably still like hunching a bit over my stuff, so it's
And the mayor comes over, and the people are sort of moving to the side. The mayor comes out with a pouch of gold and like hands it over to Matilda. Says, "Here you go, 286 gold as promised. It's all yours. And the village of Rustfields is forever in your debt. You're always welcome here. If you wish to stay a few days, we'll prepare accommodation for you and a feast." Yes.
Right, that sounds
feast.
great.
On the feast.
Actually, I'll just return my share of the gold. I really don't need it. I didn't spend anything on this trip. I don't need it. I'm fine. You can just pay me with the feast.
I think that sounds like a great idea, and I'm gonna say you can have mine as well.
I'm going to turn over mine too and say, just being able to help people, nearby where I live is what's important.
We are. I didn't know what to say. He just takes the bag away.
I will.
Ignoring.
You can take our share.
I will take my share and say, okay, now I have that many golds. Can someone do a hideout for me with that belt?
We'll take care of that, of course. Marek, I'm sure, will be happy to.
Okay, I hand it back the gold.
Thank you. He just nods and says, "Everyone, they're not accepting any gold. Our heroes have slain the giants. Now, let us prepare them a feast and show them the hospitality of Rustfields. 3 cheers for the halflings. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!" And that's a massive feast is prepared. And you might or might not want to spend a few days just eating and drinking and enjoying the fruit of your labor, so to speak.
They might wish that they had paid us gold after the feast is over.
Yeah, we're halfling.
Yeah.
We have a feast, we have a setup. We can do the breakfast, the middle days, collation.
Once we're drunk, we still have that favor with Rob, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him do something embarrassing. Just you
can ride
fuck
on
with
back through the town, the village, or something like that if you want to.
Yeah.
Yay! I came on him. Hey!
Yeah, as he is ridden by Perrin and Lyle for most of the evening, making donkey noises and looking very embarrassed and never ever wanting to mess with halflings again, as you have truly proven that size does not matter. And with that, we have arrived at the end of our one-shots. Thank you guys for playing. The halflings have emerged victorious. The giants have been slain. So this time, history has repeated itself. Once more, Goliath was slain by David, despite everything. A few bows, a few holy powers, and some quick short action makes even the largest foe very small. With that, we are finished for tonight. I will be running more one-shots in the future, feel free to subscribe to our channel and let us know what you think about the one-shot, and let us know if you want to jump in. Everyone's welcome at our D&D games and other games. With that, thank you for watching, and good night. See you around.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.